Uploading.
Yes, it's game time. Almost game time. Oh man, I have an energy drink here. I don't know why. I don't need it. Soon is going to be Chiefs and Chargers live from Arrowhead West or SoFi Stadium, depending on how you call it. It's going to be a good game, folks. It's going to be a great game. I'm really excited about this. This is an old school AFC West rivalry. It literally does not get any better than Chiefs and Chargers. It's always a good game. It's always lots of fun. It should be an absolute blast. For the first time ever, I'm using the NFL Sunday ticket. I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said, I've never used it before, so bear with me here as I am. I think I'm having some technical difficulties here. Bear with me here. Hopefully, I'm streaming to you live on Twitch, YouTube, and I'm also doing a little Instagram action here. Let me make sure I am live. Want to make sure. Oh God, I am so jacked up right now. I am so jacked up. This is just beyond fun for me. If you follow my YouTube channel, you know that I put a little teeny tiny bit of action on the Steelers, which lost. I'm halfway tempted to do New England plus 13.5, which, let's do it here. Let's have some fun here. New England plus 13.5. All right, wrong button there. All right, I got New England plus 13.5. All right, plus 13.5. Little exciting. Oh shoot! I got it. That had to get 12.5. Let's see what happens here. Trying to figure out what's going on here with BetUS. Oh no, the bet didn't go through. Oh no, the bet. So it jumped from 13.5 to 12.5. You know what? That's okay. That is okay. All right, listen. Keys to the game. Jets just lost. Oh, I know, Keaton. I watched the long field goal on the red zone. Unbelievable. Denver is 2-2, which makes the AFC West a little more exciting. What a great job by the Denver Broncos defense. I'm aware that there's some noise, weather, things like that. Still. I wonder if I can do this now here. Wow, it jumped all the way to 15.5. Okay. Damn it. I tried to get 15.5. Wasn't able to do it. All right. The keys to the game for the Chiefs Chargers is very simple. You have a couple backup tackles. Justin Herbert's banged up. Chiefs get the ball first. They take the touchback. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line here. It's going left to right on your screen here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. Carson Steele to his right. Patrick Mahomes wants to go deep. Pump fakes. Jumps up to Carson Steele. Carson Steele is going to corkscrew his way after being stopped in the backfield. He's only going to get a gain of 1. It could have been a gain of 3. What the Chiefs wanted to do is take a shot downfield. Chargers had it covered. Patrick Mahomes going to check it down. Patrick Mahomes has had his way against the Chargers, here. They're going to call it 2nd and 10. It's more like a 2nd and 9 here. Patrick Mahomes is going to be under center here. Chiefs are going to go 13 personnel here. They're going to motion McCole Hardman to the bottom of the formation. Patrick Mahomes play action pass here. He's running around. He's going to drop it off to Noah Gray. He's going to be tackled quickly to the ground here. Only a gain of 1, maybe 2. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Kansas City Chiefs here. They're going to call it 3rd and 8. Patrick Mahomes is going to line up in shotgun formation here. To his right is going to be Samurai P. Ryan. Travis Kelce to the bottom of the formation here. Trips to the top here. Patrick Mahomes is making some adjustments here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to scan the field. He's going to fire downfield to Travis Kelce. Wide open, Kelce. Wide open was Kelce. One-on-one with the safety. And Travis Kelce, huge gain, 35 yards. I'm going to get the exact yardage amount. This is just simple. It's just one-on-one, Travis Kelce, and he just goes right by the guy. 1st down, Kansas City in Chargers territory. Great job, Chiefs. Great job, Travis Kelce. 916th career reception for Travis Kelce. Ties Tony Gonzalez for most in team history. Nice job by Travis Kelce there. Carson Steele is going to go right up the middle and loses the ball. Chargers recover. They're going to take a look at this. It looks like Carson Steele, the undrafted rookie, is fumbled the ball. It's recovered by the Chargers. Chargers are going to take over after the massive it's actually going to be a 38-yard reception by Kelce. Carson Steele, the rookie, gets the ball stripped from him. Chargers are going to they're going to go ahead and take a look at this as they review every turnover, but it's going to be a Chargers ball. It looks like it's 1st and 10 on their own 26-yard line. After the big 3rd down completion, unfortunately, it looks like Chargers are going to take over. They're going to take a look at this for a while because what happened was he just went right up the middle. Had the ball stripped. It looks like it's a fumble. So I believe Chargers are going to take over. The young kid's dejected. Chargers do take over here. Justin Herbert in a pistol formation. He's going to dump it out to Ladd McConkey here, 2nd-round pick out of Georgia. A nice reception. He's going to get a gain of 6 on 1st down. And this is really simple. You got a couple of backup tackles. Herbert's banged up. You want to run the ball. They did the first thing. They won the turnover battle early on. They got the turnover. So what you want to do now is you want to run the ball, control the clock, limit possessions, force turnovers, and you have a very good chance. It's going to be offset Justin Herbert's under center. They're in motion. Tomlinson, I believe that's Tomlinson, the tight end. Now they're in motion McConkey. It's going to be a jet sweep. It's going to be a reverse to Quentin Johnston. And he's going to go ahead and get to the outside. It's going to be either short. They're going to give him a 1st down. It looked like he was just short. This is a really nice play call. This was a jet sweep. They went from a jet sweep to a reverse. Quentin Johnson, 1st-round pick from 2 years ago. Super talented receiver. looked like the Chiefs had an angle on him to get him behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to run past the Drew Tranquil's he was able to run past Drew Tranquil, got out of bounds for a first down. Very nice play design. Correction, they're now going to give it 3rd and 1. That's what I thought it was originally, 3rd and 1. Chargers are going to go line up Justin Herbert's under center. It's going to be J.K. Dobbins about 7 yards behind him. And it's going to be a handoff right up the middle here. Correction, it's Gus Edwards, and he's going to get a first down easily. It's going to be a gain of 5. Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins last year played for Jim Harbaugh's brother, John, in Baltimore. Nice job by the Chargers getting a first down. It's 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Chargers here. And what the Chargers are doing is exactly what you want to do in this type of situation. You want to go ahead. You got a couple of backup tackles. A couple of backup tackles. Here they're going 13 personnel with J.K. Dobbins, and they're going to stop the clock. Chargers are going to take a timeout. So with 10:36 left in the first quarter, it is 0-0. If you just tuned in, Kansas City drove down the field thanks to a 38-yard pitch and catch with with Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce. Very next play, Carson Seal, the rookie running back, fumbles the ball. Chargers covered, got a first down. And now here we are. It's 10:36 left in the first quarter. Chargers use their first timeout of the first half. Saquon Prods, what's up, brother? Hopefully your fantasy team is doing well. Some really exciting early games. I will go over those in a little more detail at halftime or at the end of the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Chargers here. They're going to go with 2 wide receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Correction, it's a fullback to the top. J.K. Dobbins right up the middle. Breaks through here. Corkscrews his way after he hits. Goes forward for another couple of yards. It's going to be a gain of 12 and a Los Angeles Chargers first downs. They enter enemy territory. Nice run by J.K. Dobbins, just right up the middle. He was hit right before the first down, spun around, corkscrewed himself away, didn't lose his bounce, was able to go ahead and get that first down. Nice run by J.K. Dobbins. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Kansas City Chiefs 48-yard line here. Justin Herbert in the pistol formation here. And it's going to be another handoff right up the middle to J.K. Dobbins. This time he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. Funk, what's up, brother? Hey, the game finally came on. Stupid Minnesota-Green Bay game was taking forever. Yeah, interesting development. Minnesota ends up going 4-0. Really good game. Nice job by the Vikings holding on. Tough win in Lambeau Field. Jordan Love coming back. Improved offense by the Packers, but wasn't enough. 2nd and 10 here with Justin Herbert in the pistol formation. There's a motion Dobbins to the side here. It looks like they're going to go ahead and do this is a nice screenplay. He's to a 40. He's to a 35. He's to a 30. He's dragging tacklers. It's Will Dissly, the backup tight end. Very nice play design for a gain of 23. What it is, they motion Dobbins to the top of the formation, fake the screen to the top, come back down with the screen to the bottom. Really nice play design by the Chargers here as the Kansas City Chiefs are bringing pressure, something the Kansas City Chiefs like to do. They ran the slip screen to the other side, to the side of the blitz. Very nice job by the Los Angeles Chargers early on. They're all the way down to the Kansas City Chiefs 26-yard line. They are within field goal range. Justin Herbert shotgun formation. It's going to be another handoff to Dobbins. Dobbins going to go right up the middle for a gain of 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. Very nice job by the Los Angeles Chargers on their opening drive, going right downfield. They're already in field goal range. Etienne has played. He didn't do great, but there's still a lot. If you're talking, I believe you're talking Travis Etienne. I don't know the whole situation. I saw he was benched and he looked visibly angry. Tank Bigsby had a nice game. I don't know what's going on if you're talking about Travis Etienne. 2nd and 8 for the Chargers here. Herbert's in shotgun formation here. Dobbins going to take a breather. Gus Edwards going to enter the game. He's to Herbert's right. Justin Herbert's going to throw the ball, though. It's going to be Ladd McConkey. He's going to go downfield. He's going to break a tackle, get a first down, going to be at the 10-yard line. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be first and goal for the Chargers. This was just a simple, small out route here. Ladd McConkey on Drew Tranquill, former Chargers linebacker, but you get your slot receiver looking one-on-one against a linebacker. That's a mismatch anytime. Ladd McConkey breaks that tackle and gets a first down. It's going to be first and goal at the 10-yard line for the Chargers. Chargers going to go in pistol this time here. It's going to be Gus Edwards right behind Herbert. He's going to motion to Justin Herbert's right. It's going to be handoff right up the middle here. Gus Edwards is going to power forward for a nice gain. It's going to be a gain of it's going to be about a gain of 3, possibly 2. It's going to be second and goal about at the 7-yard line for the Chargers. And by the way, this is exactly what you want to do if you are the Los Angeles Chargers. You want to go downfield. You get the turnover. You go right downfield. A 9-play drive taking up roughly 6 minutes right now. It's going to be in pistol. They're going to put J.K. Dobbins in there. Dobbins, it's going to be play action pass. Herbert's got some time. He gets hit. It was caught. Touchdown, Ladd McConkey. Touchdown, Ladd McConkey. And we got a 6-0 game early on. It's 6-0. Chargers on the board. Herbert gets up gingerly, but they did get on the board. So nice job. Nice job by the Chargers here. So. All right, bear with me. If you're wondering what I'm doing an in-game bet. I'm taking Kansas City -1.5 since I lost earlier for the Steelers. I'm doing some in-game betting again. It worked last time. I'm going to go ahead and take Kansas City. Oh, crap. Now I have to get – I wasn't able to get it in time. Wasn't able to get the bet in time. The Chargers extra point is up and good. It's going to be 7-0. They're going to go to a commercial break. It's going to be a commercial break, but when they come back, okay, I can get 2.5 here. Let's see if I can get, you know what? I'll take 2.5. Bear with me. So the one thing that's very annoying about BetUS is that I'm trying to do some in-game betting, and instead of there it is. Finally, the box, the automatic chat box pops up where you have to go to. So it kind of obstructs the view. So I'm trying to get Kansas City. Now I'm trying to get Kansas City -2.5 as we are on commercial break. All right. I got it. All right. So I got Kansas City -2.5. Kansas City -2.5. So I need Kansas City Chiefs to win by more than a field goal. Early on, we have 49ers 6, Patriots nothing. You know what? Let's have some fun here. Let's take the Patriots. So when you know what? Since we're on a commercial break, I am going to read everything. Oh, this is a lot better. So they have a classic view, and I need to do that classic view from now on. Let's have some fun here. Let's do Patriots. Let's do Patriots plus 15.5. Ladd looking like he belongs in the league. All right. So right now I got, I believe I have, did I not get that Chiefs bet down? Oh, man. Hold on here. I'm going to actually refresh this. So I tried to take Kansas City minus 2.5. I thought that bet went through, but I was able to get New England plus 15.5. We're back to the game here in SoFi Stadium, aka Arrowhead West. Kicks and go out into the end zone here, and I wonder if I'm going to try this again here. Oh, wait a minute. All right. All right, so Patrick Mahomes is going to enter. He trips at the top of the formation. Carson Seals to his left. They're in a motion. Rashee Rice back as a running back. They're going to fake the handoff to Rashee Rice. Patrick Mahomes downfield. Intercepted! Patrick Mahomes throws an interception. Back to the 30, 25, 20, spins around, fumbles the ball on the interception. There's a scramble. I'm not sure who has the ball. Patrick Mahomes throws an interception. The Chargers fumble, then they recover. The Chargers fumble, then recover. Oh my God! This is what a turn of events. What a turn of events for the Chargers. But they're going to go ahead and get the interception. What a nice job by the Chargers as Kansas City Chiefs try to get a little too aggressive, and it bites them in the butt. I'm having some fun here playing around here. Okay, so I got two bets. Kansas City minus 2.5, New England plus 15.5. So, lad, look like I'm going to read some comments as we're going to a commercial break here. Perry joins the fun here. Daniel Jack Ryan, what's up, brother? Hey, Dan. You may be wrong about Loud. All I said was that I didn't think he was the number one. He had a touchdown. I don't think I'm wrong. He's a decent slot guy. They're talking about him being the number one guy. I think that would be Quentin Johnston. But, you know, decent number two slot guys can have a touchdown. Yeah, but you have a good play. Doesn't mean you're a great player. But, I don't think I'm wrong. How are you guys? No, I get it. Not a great start for the so-called GOAT. Hey, everybody has a bad game, but one thing is that it's early in the first quarter, so I'm not really that worried about it. I'm not really that worried about it for right now. Not really worried about it, but am I certain watching your I am on the C? Oh, I am on the C. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. By the way, if you use BetUS, there's a classic mode. Use the classic mode because the in-game is very, very weird. The New England, now that's 12-0, I can now do 19.5. Apparently, New England has a couple touchdowns. Ladd McConkey might be I'm sorry, I got the comments mixed up here, but yeah, he might be early today, but I don't think it will be for the whole season. He's thrown some interceptions. I will admit this game, I think that the plan was, if you notice, Mahomes is going downfield, and I think they're doing that on purpose because they realize that the problem that the Chargers have on offense, you got two backup tackles. You have a quarterback in Justin Herbert who's banged up. I think the game design was to go deep and try to put some pressure on the Chargers. I mean, obviously in a shootout, what you want to do in a shootout is the team that has the advantage is the team with the healthier offensive line and healthier quarterback. But Kansas City so far this season has been pretty good at running the ball. Of course, that's what the Chargers want to do. It's going to be 1st and 10 here. It's going to be offset I with Herbert in the pistol formation here. They're going to motion the tight end out to the line of scrimmage here. It's going to be Gus Edwards right behind Herbert. Hand off to Gus Edwards around the right side. There's a flag on the play where it indicates holding. If the play stands up, it's going to be a gain of 2. It's going to be a gain of 2 if the play holds up. So with score now 13-0, I could actually take New England plus 22.5. And I can also get Kansas City plus 1.5. So, but we'll see what happens when the game, if the Chargers score. If the Chargers score, I may put an extra bet down. I have a little fun here doing a little in-game betting today. But this was a hold here. Still, even with the hold correction, it was a personal foul. Looks like a chop block. By the way, if you're watching the replay, on that last play, Rashee Rice bent his knee back awkwardly, actually, when he ran into Mahomes, so he's getting some attention on the sidelines. It's going to be a nice 5-yard completion from Justin Herbert. Yeah, it was a bad-looking hit. I think he's going to be okay. But we'll have to wait and see here. It's going to be 2nd and 19 from the Chargers. But, yeah, it was a nasty-looking hit. Hopefully, Rashee Rice is okay. Dude, that sounds awesome, man. That sounds awesome. Sunday night on the projector. Justin Herbert's under center here, play action pass here, and he gets rid of the ball. Another flag on the play. It looked like a blown assignment on the offensive line as Justin Herbert had no time to throw the ball. George Karlaftis was right there. It's another flag against the Chargers here. We're going to find out what's going on. I expect Kansas City to take it, but it's going to be holding. I was thinking that it may be a situation where the Kansas City Chiefs don't even want to take this flag, but Jeremy Slayer, who is normally playing guard, he's moving out to left tackle, and he's done this before. So he does have experience playing left tackle. Rashee Rice, Rashee Rice is on the cart, and they are going to take him into the locker room. That's never a good sign. 2nd and 29 from the Kansas City Chief 39. Justin Herbert's in shotgun formation. J.K. Dobbins is to his left here. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle for Dobbins, and he's going to get a gain of 4 before he's tackled by George Karlaftis here. This is not looking good for the Kansas City Chiefs. Is Carson the man? Yeah, his very first carry, he fumbled, unfortunately. He fumbled, but he's back in the game. Yeah, it's never a good sign. Never a good sign. That is really bad looking. This looks really bad. 3rd and 25, it's going to be another handoff. J.J. Dobbins is going to bounce it outside. He's out to the 30, looks like around the 32-yard line, which originally looked like a gain of nothing. He bounced it outside, got a gain of 4. It was actually a really when you say gain of 4, it doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, but the difference between a 53 and a 49-yard field goal is kind of significant. So very nice play by J.K. Dobbins. And what the Chargers were trying to do is once it got to be 2nd and 29, they had no intentions of taking any chances against the Chiefs. They're just going to line up for a 50-yard field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It's going to be Chargers 10, Chiefs 0. Rice is hurt. They took him out on the cart. My guess is he is going to be out for the rest of the game here. As soon as I get some more information, I will relay it. I'm going to make another bet on the Chiefs. I'm going to take Chiefs plus 2.5. So, what happened was Rashee Rice was trying to make a tackle on the interception, and Mahomes collided into Rice. Rice's knee buckled backwards. So it's kind of a gnarly situation early on. So not very good. Yeah, not very good. Then we're going to go to commercial break. I have another. I'm doing lots of betting today. So we'll find out how things go. But I'm doing lots of betting today. I'm a little frustrated because I just made the bet, and then I guess I have to refresh. So once I make the bet, okay, there it is. So I've made 3 bets so far, but I don't have a way of seeing them. Trying to figure this out here. How do I see all my bets? I can go to my account. Oh, okay. I have to go to my account. So I got Kansas City plus 2.5, minus 2.5, and New England plus 15.5. So that's the bets I have going on right now. So we'll find out what happens here. We'll find out what happens. I'm not sure. Okay, I accidentally hit risk $27.50 instead of 25, so I have $77.50 wagered. Plus 2.5, minus 2.5 from the Chiefs, and then New England plus 15.5. So no more betting for the day here. I'm just going to shut that off unless somebody has some sports betting questions. I'll log back on to BetUS, but doing some in-game betting today. You can't see the game. Well, I'm going to do my best. Worthy better show up. I actually think it's going to be I said this before on the live stream last week. I fully expect Travis Kelce to have a big game. I firmly expect that. I think the Chiefs will also run the ball against a defense that's a little banged up, but I expect Kelce to have a big game. I think Juju Smith-Schuster is going to improve some things, but early on, the Chargers have everything it takes for an upset. It's 10-0, 3:53 left in the first quarter. The ball's going to go into the end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a good game. Andy Dalton did play well again. I think they're going to roll with Andy Dalton for the rest of the year. If you didn't see, I don't know the extent of it, but I know Anthony Richardson was knocked out of the game. Joe Flacco played really well. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, Carson Steele to his left. They're in motion, Xavier Worthy to the bottom here. Carson Steele's going to bounce off to the left side, and he's going to power his way for a gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs as they look really happy as Carson Steele's a starter. I was expecting Kareem Hunt to play some. He hasn't entered the game yet. And P. Ryan looks like he's going to be the 3rd down guy. So they really like Carson Steele very early on, despite the turnover here. Carson Steele is going to stay in the game. It's going to be 2 tight ends, 2 receivers here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun back to pass here. He's going to dump it off, and it's going to be incomplete here. Looks like the ball was batted at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. I didn't see who batted the ball down, but what the Chargers did is that it was just a 4-man rush, and the Chiefs are trying to isolate Carson Steele one-on-one against the linebacker. Nice job. And ball was batted at the line of scrimmage. P. Ryan's going to enter the game. Patrick Mahomes left, trips to the bottom of the formation. Travis Kelce to the top. 3rd and 7 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. He's going to get pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Bud Dupree went around the right side and sacked Patrick Mahomes. It's going to be 4th down. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to punt. Early on, the Kansas City Chiefs do not look ready for this game, and the Chargers look really pumped up. Bud Dupree just went right around Juwan Taylor. Actually, went around, and then when Patrick Mahomes went back into the pocket, Bud Dupree just went back up. So it's going to be 4th and 12, and Kansas City Chiefs are going to punt. So not very good so far for my Kansas City Chiefs here. Matt Ariza, it's going to be a short punt, but the punt returner slips. It's going to take a Chiefs bounce inside the 20. So it's going to be a quick break. And then when we come back, Justin Herbert and the Chargers will take the field at their own 19-yard line. 2:25 left in the first quarter. Chargers up by 10. The Bolts look way hungry. Funk, you're 100% correct. They look a lot hungrier. They look a lot hungrier. They look more prepared for this game. They look ready to go. So I mean, yeah. Early scores I want to go over. Houston remains unbeaten. A tough one against Jacksonville. Houston 24, Jacksonville 20. In case you're curious, CJ Stroud 345. Nico Collins had 151. Fun one in Cincinnati as they win their first one of the game here, first one of the season. Bengals 34, Cardinals 24. Worst quarter I've seen for us in years, plus losing Rice, huge. Yeah. The Chiefs they look a little off today, and the Chargers look really ready. I thought with all the banged up players and injuries, I really was expecting us to be a game that Kansas City could come in and win. But the Chargers look really, really, really hungry, and losing Rice is huge. Rice is the number one target, but I predicted that Travis Kelce would have a big game today. I think he will have a big game. The last thing you want to do is count the Kansas City Chiefs out, but so far things do not look good. But I put my money where my mouth is. I'm putting some action on Kansas City, and also put action on New England to cover 15.5. So we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on here. Find out. But if you tuned in late, just a quick recap. The Kansas City Chiefs they were inside enemy territory, fumbled the ball away. Chargers went downfield on their first possession, scored a touchdown. Chiefs threw an interception, ended up being 10-0, and the Chargers get the ball back. We're still in the first quarter. I hope New England can cover 15.5. It's 13-0 right now, at least last I looked. First and 10 for the Chargers at their own 19-yard line. They're going to line up in the pistol formation, play action passer. They're trying to set up the screen to J.K. Dobbins. It is successful. He gets around to the outside, and he's going to get either a gain of 9 or 10. It kind of depends on where they mark it. They're in a market a 10-yard gain for J.K. Dobbins. Very nice job here. One thing that the Chargers are doing is really keeping the Chiefs off balance early on. The great job by the Chargers offense here, and J.K. Dobbins, who I've been telling people is a must start, is having a fantastic game. GB, if you missed it, I'll kind of recap everything for you. First and 10 for the Chargers, pistol formation here. Gus Edwards enters the game here. Justin Herbert's going to hand it off. Fumble by Gus Edwards. He's going to be tackled for a loss of 7. GB, just a quick recap here. The Chiefs got the ball first, drove downfield thanks to a nice 38, I believe it's 38 or 37-yard completion to Travis Kelce. Very next play, Carson Steele fumbles. Chargers go right down the field and score a touchdown. Chiefs almost very next play throw an interception that the Chargers converted into a field goal. But right now, the Chargers look absolutely fantastic. Chiefs look sloppy. Second and 16 here. It's going to be trips to the bottom of the formation here. If this is going to be blown dead, it's going to be a false start here on the Chargers. But the Chargers look really ready to play. The Kansas City Chiefs do not. Offensively, the Chargers on third down just used a 4-man rush and sacked Mahomes on third down. So great job by the Chargers. Early on, the Chargers look really ready, and the offense looks amazing. They're really keeping the Kansas City Chiefs defense confused, and the Chiefs offense looks terrible early on. Your D's playing phenomenal. Fumble recovery, interception, sack, basically the trifecta early on. Second and 21 here at their 19. Chargers in shotgun formation here. Gus Edwards is going to be in pass protection. It's going to be a quick reception to Ladd McConkey. He's going to get a gain of 3, so it's going to be 3rd and long for the Chargers. Early on, Herbert seems to really be targeting the rookie. And by the way, another thing, GB, Rashee Rice was injured on the interception return. He's out. Rashee Rice is out. So for you fantasy guys, Rashee Rice being out, that's going to be a big blow. Justin Herbert's probably going to take this inside the first quarter here, even though he's making some motions and gesturing. The first quarter is going to come to an end. And at the end of 1, we have Chargers 10, Chiefs 0. So, yeah, the defense is playing lights out. You have an interception. You have a fumble. And on 3rd down, you have a key sack. Most concerned I had was our O-line coming into this game. So what they did is they moved Jeremy Slayer over to the left side, a position he played before, played really well. So far, he's playing really well. I'm drawing a blank on who the right tackle is. The injury is Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice on the interception actually got hit by Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes ran into Rashee Rice, and it was Rashee Rice's knee buckled backwards. They took him out on the cart. It did not look good, and he has been ruled out. So it's not good. It is not good early on. But we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. I'm going to try to get you some up-to-the-minute games here. Early on, San Francisco 13, New England 0 with 8:07 left in the second. 4:35 left in the second, Washington 14, Arizona 7. At the end of the first quarter, Cleveland 10, Raiders 0. And I'll do my best to keep you guys updated with all the information here. So, Denver Gator! Yeah, boy, my Broncos win one of the sloppiest, boring games ever. Broncos defense may actually be the real deal. You're right. I was going to go over that and the rest of the games here. I didn't get a chance to. Denver won 4-3, and Bo Nix had a couple of 2-run doubles. Just joking, scores 10-9. The defense played well. The defense looks real, and I really like Bo Nix. I really like Bo Nix. So, but your Chiefs are losing right now, so I know you're upset about that. Broncos D was always real. So what happened is last year after they gave up 70, Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator, really simplified things. They got rid of some older players, went younger, and things really clicked. The Denver Broncos defense at the end of the season was playing pretty well. 3rd and 18 for the Chargers here as Justin Herbert's in empty formation. He's going to motion Gus Edwards back to help in pass protection, it appears. And trips to the bottom. Looks like Quentin Johnson to the top here. Justin Herbert's just going to take it's going to be incomplete as he's just throwing a check down to Joshua Palmer. It's going to be punting formation for the Chargers. So, yeah, the Steelers, what happened if you didn't watch the game, the offense came out, played really well. Anthony Johnson went down, and Joe Flacco came in. Full disclosure, if I knew Flacco was going to enter the game, I would not have bet on the Steelers. The offense and team looked a lot better with Joe Flacco. I'm going to say this, and I'll say this Monday when I'm doing the show, is that I would fully expect the Colts going forward to use Flacco. The team looked completely different. Chargers punt. The Chiefs are going to, Miracle Hardman's going to catch the ball at the 30. He's going to be tackled down at the 35-yard line. So when the Chiefs take the field, it's going to be 14:44 left in the second quarter here. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs down by 10. So, the Colts with Joe Flacco, the offense looked completely different, looked a lot better. Michael Pittman, who I've been telling people don't play in fantasy football at over 100 yards. He looked really, really, really good. So, Andre, what's up, brother? What's up, Dan? Tough loss today for my Packers. I don't understand at all why Josh Jacobs is splitting carries with Wilson. I only watched the game on the red zone, but I was a little surprised that Jacobs didn't have a little more production. My guess is that once they got down early, Josh Jacobs more of a power dude, not really a breakaway threat. That was kind of my thought process. But yeah, tough loss, but nothing to be ashamed of. Jordan Love played well. And also you're down 28-7, final score 31-29. That's very impressive. He is. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, back to pass. They're going to whistle to play dead. It's going to be false start, Kansas City. So Kansas City's going to be backed up 5. And Perry, I was worried about that. You get a guy that's that big, but I mean, the NFL is a lot different than college. I'm not joking, and I know it sounds like I'm playing. I would start Flacco immediately and try to integrate AR-50 or Anthony Richardson, as he likes to be called. I'll touch base on this here in a little bit. Chiefs motioning Justin Watson to the top here. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. It's going to be Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's first carry back in Kansas City gets a nice gain. It's going to be a gain of 7. It's going to be a correction. It's a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Kareem Hunt wearing number 29. For those of you that don't know, spent his first couple of years in Kansas City, went to the Pro Bowl as a rookie, led the NFL in rushing. Had some off-field issues, but he's back in Kansas City now after a 6-year hiatus. 2nd and 6 here. It's going to be a little slip screen to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce bowls over the defensive back for a gain of 4, but still going to be 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Kansas City Chiefs. We go inside 14 minutes in the second quarter. If you tuned in late, the Chargers took advantage of a fumble and an interception to take a 10-0 lead here early on. The Chargers look really good, but the Chiefs, it's going to be 3rd down. With that reception, Travis Kelce has the most career receptions in Kansas City Chiefs history. Congratulations, Travis Kelce, in his 917th reception. They're going to motion Sky Moore, and he's going to go back into the slot here. Patrick Mahomes looks quick and goes right through Sky Moore's hands on 3rd and 2, so it's going to be 4th and 2. I expect the Kansas City Chiefs to punt. So, Sky Moore, listen, it went literally through his hands, both hands here. See where my face is? That's where the ball was. So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to punt. 4th and 2 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. 13:25 left in the second here. Matt Ariza, a newly signed punter during the offseason, is going to boot this one away. It's going to be a high kick here. It's going to be motioned for a fair catch. He's going to back up to the 5. Should have just let that go. But they're going to take a commercial break with 13:18 left in the second. It's Chargers 10, Chiefs nothing. Perry, I would start Flacco. Here's what they should have done immediately is they should have started Flacco and then try to integrate Anthony Richardson slowly into an NFL offense, but they didn't want to do that. The owner got involved. That's kind of what you're looking at so far. I've been a little underwhelmed with Jacobs so far, but I'm trusting the process. I thought it was a mistake, I'll be honest. Andre. I thought it was a mistake. They spent a lot of money on a running back when you had Aaron Jones that you could have kept for much cheaper. Also, I was a little worried because Josh Jacobs, as much as I love his game, was not a really great receiving back, even though they were saying this offseason how impressed they were with his receiving ability. He wasn't really utilizing the passing game very often. And when they had Josh McDaniels as the coach in the Raiders, he likes throwing the balls to the back. And that was one thing that wasn't really done very often. So, something that they kind of struggled with. So another thing is that, Josh Jacobs, even though he's durable and tough runner, he's not a home run threat. Tell you the truth, I think Jacob or Aaron Jones had more speed. But I understand. He's the type of guy that if you got a lead, you want him to kind of wear down that defense. He's the type of guy that you want to just kind of lean on. He's really good in that 4-minute offense. But I'm not a big fan of it so far. But I will admit, listen, you're down 28-7. 31-29, that's very impressive, especially the Vikings right now look like they have a top 5 defense. So great day to be on this side of the dirt, Perry. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I love Denver Gator. Walking in the rain, that's one thing I don't have to do here in the desert. It doesn't matter. It's 2024. I would have Joe Flacco starting as the quarterback immediately. The team completely responded. Anthony Richardson doesn't look ready. We get back to play here. It's going to be a play action pass here. Herbert scrambling around in the end zone. He dumps it off to Will Dissly for a gain of 2. What happened is they were hoping to catch the Kansas City Chiefs napping. They wanted to do a play action pass and try to take a shot downfield. The Chiefs were ready for it. And the Chiefs are ready for it and called it, but luckily Flacco was able to dump it off to the tight end and get a gain of 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 at their own 7-yard line. Justin Herbert early on, despite the ankle injury, 8 out of 9 for 71 yards, outplaying his counterpart Mahomes here. They're going to line up one fullback next to Herbert in the pistol, and it's going to be J.K. Dobbins. It's going to be a little flare out to the fullback, and he's going to get a first down. Matlock, a former defensive lineman, lined up as a fullback, and I can't emphasize this enough. The Chargers play calling is really confused Kansas City so far. It's really confused Kansas City so far. And Scott Matlock, for those of you that don't know, he was a 6th-round defensive lineman out of Boise State. They decided just to make a fullback. Correction, it was 3rd and 1. They tried to just do a quick snap and a handoff to J.K. Dobbins. The Chiefs ran this perfectly, stopped it. So I believe we're going to see the Chargers punt. Instead of first down, it was 3rd down. And very nice job by Jalen Watson. Came in on a corner blitz, stopped J.K. Dobbins behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th and 3. I'm expecting the Chargers to punt, but I want to be very clear. You don't know what's going to happen here. 4th and 1 here, and the Chargers do punt. Cole Hardman's going to be back to receive here, and he's going to call for a fair catch at the 30. I believe it's going to be a 34-yard line. So when play resumes, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. 11:22 left in the second quarter. Oh yeah. I'll tell you this, Denver Gator. I would start Flacco. Yeah, that Rice injury is tough, and I miss Pacheco as well. Yeah, he doesn't like to slide. I don't like how they integrated so here's what they've done, Andre, that I absolutely hate, is that because they wanted to start him immediately, last year they ran a college-style offense and let him just run the ball like he ran it in college. They didn't ask him really to try to do any dissecting of a defense. It was just a lot of 1-2 run, 1-2 check down. They really didn't ask him to really learn how to read NFL defenses. And early on, that he doesn't look like he understands defensive concepts. It doesn't look like they're trying to make him an NFL quarterback. Looks like they're trying to integrate a college game into the NFL. It doesn't work. I know that he's 260, and I at the combine he ran a 4.43. He's a 4.4 guy. I get that. He's got the speed of a receiver and the size of a tight end. I understand. But You can't do that in the NFL. There's a reason why, you can't do that. You have to learn how to read defenses. You got to learn how to slide. I would start Flacco immediately, and you have a chance. I mean, you just beat the Steelers at home. The defense looks like it's coming together. Pittman had over 100 yards. Jonathan Taylor is, as long as he's healthy, he's one of the 5 best running backs in the National Football League. So, yeah. Andre, yeah, I said that. I felt Aaron Jones was perfect. You could have got him for a lot cheaper. Josh Jacobs kind of felt like a square peg in a round hole. There is some advantages. He's younger, less wear and tear, very powerful player, but he's a guy that's a tackle-to-tackle type runner, and the Packers like to run kind of a flex read, try to get the players to the outside. I'll touch base on this in a little bit. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, Juju Smith-Schuster is in the game here. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt here. He's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage and be down quickly. They're going to call it a gain of 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Kansas City Chiefs. 2nd and 9. So. Not always. I don't think he's always hurt, but there are some good running backs. You're probably referring to Austin Gentry, who just lit it up. Now the Heisman favorite. 2nd and 9 here. It's a quick 8-yard reception to Travis Kelce here, who I warned people would have a big game. It's going to be 3rd and 1. For the Kansas City Chiefs here. Ashton Gentry for Boise State is probably the Heisman favorite right now. Monster game, 4 touchdowns. I think it was 260 some yards. 3rd and 1 here. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle for Kareem Hunt, and he's going to get the first down here. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 46-yard line. And I think early on, I kind of think the Chiefs are going to use a little bit more P. Ryan, Carson Steele after that fumble. We'll have to wait and see. For those of you who are worried about Travis Kelce, I predicted a big game early on, 3 receptions, 51 yards here. It's 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. They're going to go empty formation here. Patrick Mahomes going to drop it, a quick throw to Kelce. Nice pitching catch here for a gain of 6 here. They're going to call it a gain of 5, so it's a long 5, short 6. They're going to call it 5, but it's more of a 6-yard gain here. Early on, just empty back, find Kelce, throw it to him. It's pretty easy pitch and catch from Mahomes here. 2nd and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. It's going to be Kareem Hunt to Patrick Mahomes right here. Another handoff to Kareem Hunt. He's going to go right up the middle for a gain of 2. This Chargers defense is playing really, really well early on. Chargers look ready to play. I expect us not to score another TD here. If we get them points, we'll get around 22. That's kind of, I kind of like the blueprint. What you want to do is try to, limit the Chiefs offensively and then just, eat the clock. And there's nothing wrong with that. P. Ryan's going to enter the game here. It's going to be 2 tight end, 2 receivers. P. Ryan's going to take the handoff right up the middle. He's going to get a first down for the Kansas City Chiefs here. He's going to get a gain of 6. And this was a nice job here as the Chiefs had 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, but they had Travis Kelce in the slot and Noah Gray lined up as the standard wide tight end at the line of scrimmage here. And even though the Chargers were lined up with 6 in the box here, Kansas City still ran the ball. A nice little chess match there with Mahomes and the Chargers defense here. It's going to be 3 tight ends set here. It's going to be P. Ryan. He's going to stay in the game. He's going to move right up the middle for a gain of 4 here. And the Kansas City Chiefs, what they're doing is, even though the Chargers are lined up stacking the box, the Chiefs the last 2 plays decided to ignore it and run the ball anyway. It's a nice chess match because what the Chargers are doing is loading the box and then when the play starts, get out, and the Chiefs are countering it by running the ball right up the middle. 2nd and 6 here. Kareem Hunt enters the game, trips to the top. Kelsey at the bottom. Patrick Mahomes is going to scramble around. He's being pressured. He wants to run. He's going to try to make a move, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. He's going to lose 4 here on the play here. Patrick Mahomes was trying to make a play, but really, really great job by the Chargers defense early on. The Chargers defensive line's doing an excellent job containing Mahomes. They're not blitzing Mahomes, which you don't want to do. But if you're a Chiefs fan, you have to be very concerned that the Chargers are getting pressure on Mahomes by only rushing 4. That's an issue. 3rd and 9 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Chargers 31. Trips to the top, Kelsey to the bottom. P. Ryan to Patrick Mahomes left. During the motion, Justin Watson in the slot here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. It's a safety blitz, and Mahomes goes down. This was a safety blitz. This looked really easy to see, and I'm not exactly sure what happened normally in a play like this. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks in the blitz here, but this was kind of obvious. And Patrick Mahomes, I don't know if the receiver didn't make the play or Mahomes did, but there would have been a possibility of a very, very long field goal, 59-yard field goal. Instead, the Chiefs, with the ball back at midfield, are going to punt. So as we go under 6 in the game here, Chiefs are still down 10-0 here. Matt Ariza is going to punt the ball away, and it's going to go bounce at the 5, and it's going to be downed at I believe it's going to be downed at the 1 here. I don't believe any of the Chiefs players got in the end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the 1. And I want to emphasize early on the Chargers defense is really confusing the Chiefs offense. The Chargers offense is really keeping the Chiefs off balance. This is going to be a challenge, though, as you're at the 1-yard line. So you're at the 1-yard line. I did see somewhere the Chargers added from our 1st-round pick a few days ago, Jalen Reagor. Jalen Reagor is a guy that I absolutely loved coming out of the draft. I may not get the numbers right. Reagor was draft pick number 21 by the Eagles. Justin Jefferson was pick number 22 by the Vikings. And I remember Jalen Reagor. I loved him out of TCU. I didn't hate the pick. A lot of people blasted the Eagles for not taking Jefferson over Reagor. I wasn't one of those because I loved Reagor coming out of TCU. He was phenomenal route runner, built kind of like a running back, excellent punt kick returner, excellent ball skills. There's a lot to like about Reagor coming out. And I remember when he played in Philly, he looked miserable. Like his body language was miserable. He looked very unhappy. And I thought, okay, well, Texas kid, played ball at TCU. Doesn't like Philly. Not the first guy to not like Philly. I didn't see a big problem with that. But then he goes to, I'm trying to think of where he went to next. It might have been Minnesota. He went to Minnesota, New England. I never played like he did in college. Never even came close. He's had some flashes. I remember he had like an 80-yard punt return for a touchdown, 80-yard punt return for a touchdown. He has big play potential. I have no idea whatsoever why things haven't panned out, because I think the talent's there. But, I mean, while Justin Jefferson's been maybe the best receiver in the National Football League, Jalen Reagor's on team number 4 now. And I don't even know if he'll last, but the talent's there. Let's see what happens. 1st and 10 at the 2. They're going to mark it at the 2 here. 5:41 left in the second here. It's going to be a handoff here. It's going to be J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage here. Chamari Connor second-year player out of Virginia Tech, former fourth-round draft pick. Really good player. Doesn't really have a defined position. One of the things about the Chiefs defense is they do players really don't have set in stone positions. They kind of have different titles. He does a little corner, does a little safety. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Chargers here. It's going to be 2 tight ends, 2 receivers here. Herbert's in shotgun formation here. He's going back to pass here, and they're going to blow the play dead. It's going to be false start on the Chargers. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like this at all. If I'm the Chargers, even though running the ball is probably not going to get you the yardage for the first down, you've done a really good job against the Chiefs. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can make a mistake. You've played mistake-free football so far, and that seems to be the game plan that you want to have. Don't make a mistake and get a safety. Don't make a mistake and get a turnover. And the last thing you want to do is give the Chiefs cheap points here. They're going to line up here, old school offset eye here. Play clock's going to go down to 1. It's going to be a play action pass here. Herbert wants to go deep. He's taking a shot downfield. It's going to be 1-on-1. Quentin Johnston. I think Quentin Johnston's their number 1 guy, a first round pick last year out of TCU. They had him 1-on-1 against McDuffie. It was well covered. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Chargers here. I think that has to be it. I kind of understood that, hey, look, I'm not happy in Philly. I didn't look, you play in the National Football League. Believe it or not, there's lots of players that aren't happy that play in the NFL. Most people think it's a dream come true. It's not always that way. It's going to be 3rd and 10 here for the Chargers here. Justin Herbert's in shotgun formation here. He's going back to pass. It's a Chiefs blitz, and they nail Herbert. That's not a hit you want to take. Herbert gets up quickly. That was a vicious hit. He got rid of the ball here. It's going to be 4th and 10, and the Chargers are going to punt. This is a really bad. This is the first time all game I felt like the Chargers made a mistake here, and I'm trying to see what the Chiefs did. This is a very creative. This was a very creative zone blitz here as the Chiefs brought Shamari Connor, Trent McDuffie, and Nick Bolton here on the blitz. Very nice play call by Spags here. Big mistake by the Chargers. I think they should have just run the ball right out of the end zone, but instead their punter's going to be right at the end zone here. Nice punt by the Chargers. It's short, but it's a nice punt. It's going to take a Chargers bounce. McCole Hardman's going to take it at midfield, loses yards, and gets tackled back at the 45, so he's going to lose about 3 yards on the punt return. When play resumes, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Their best field position of the game. They're going to have the ball on the 45-yard line. We're going to take a commercial break, but when things come back, Chiefs, Chargers, good guys down by 10. Sorry, GB. Ragor. Look, in Minnesota, you had a really good opportunity in Minnesota. In New England, because he was signed to back-to-back one-year deals. It sounds like they were interested in him in New England, and they got rid of him. But the talent's there, so we have to say it. Talent is there. So did you see Kyle Van Noy's funny exchange about safety in the end zone with Lamar Jackson? Apparently something about the quarterback passes it to the offensive line. They don't call it a safety. Please explain it to me. Okay. I didn't see this, and I'm guessing that this didn't happen. But what it is that as long as you get rid of the ball and you're not tackled in the end zone, even if you are in the end zone, it's not a safety. Now, if it's intentional grounding and you're in the end zone, that is a safety. So I would basically word it like this, that if it's intentional grounding and you're in the end zone, it's a safety. If you throw the ball to an ineligible receiver and you're in the end zone, that is not a safety. So if you throw the ball to an ineligible receiver and it's not ruled intentional ground, then it's not ruled intentional grounding. That's probably what he was saying. So it's better to throw the ball to an ineligible receiver than do intentional grounding. So, but I'm not aware of that exchange. So, but hopefully that was a good explanation. I thought it was pretty good, actually. I thought it was pretty good explanation. We'll have to see. A little flustered here with my Chiefs being down 10-0. I already lost the bet, the Steelers, so I'm a little frustrated. Rashee Rice is out if you missed it. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at their own 46. Best field position of the day here. It's going to be a little motion. Patrick Mahomes wants to go deep. He's taking a shot very deep downfield. It's going to be Xavier Worthy. And touchdown! Touchdown, Worthy! Oh, no. There's a flag on the play. There's a flag on the play here. We're going to see what the flag is. The Chiefs have been trying to do this all game. The game plan going into this week apparently is to take shots downfield, but I have no idea what the flag is, but they're keeping the points on the board. There is a flag. I have no idea what it is, but the Chiefs are celebrating. It's going to be pass interference against the Chargers. Obviously going to be declined. It's going to be a touchdown. Good guys, get on the board. Xavier Worthy. By the way, Perry, you said Xavier Worthy needs to get more involved. You asked for it. You got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. 10-6. Extra point is looming. I'm glad that made sense. I feel like that was a pretty good explanation here. I felt that was a good one. Andre, off topic, Dan, how you feel about the Ravens-Bills game tonight? Who do you think has a big game? That's the whole point of Andre, this is a great question. That's the whole point of joining the live stream is that we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. This is just football fans getting together, watching the game together. All topics are welcome. The number one premise behind the show is all questions are answered and anything goes. And I want to talk about everything. So no, ask. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You called it. You said Worthy needs to get more involved. Perry knows his stuff, man. God, I love it. All right. If you didn't get a chance to watch my video, I don't know if I have it in the description below, but I do a weekly picks video. I did pick Baltimore. Okay, full disclosure, I did pick Baltimore to win this game. Okay, I have Baltimore at home Sunday night. Josh Allen has not had a single interception. I think he'll have a turnover or two. I think this could actually be a big game for the Ravens defense. I think that for the first time we'll see some sacks, turnovers. I think Allen will have a less than MVP type game. I'm sorry. I got caught off topic here, but yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs kicked the extra point, 10-7. Chargers are going to take the ball out of the end zone at the 30. 4:06 is left in the second quarter. And I'm gonna when the Chargers go, I'm gonna do play-by-play for the game here. I want to make sure I talk about this because this is an excellent question. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their own 30. 4:06 left in the second here. Herbert's in pistol formation, kind of a bunch formation. They're going to motion Dobbins to Herbert's right, and it's going to be a false start on the Chargers. I would call this different people would call this different, but I would call it a flex formation. It's kind of a unusual set, 2 tight ends at the line of scrimmage, 2 wide receivers next to tight end. Very, I guess, better would be tight, but the Chargers, after doing everything right for the first quarter and a half, kind of seem to be unraveling here. It's going to be 1st and 15 for the Chargers here as Chargers getting a little penalty prone. It's going to be trips to the bottom here. Will Johnston to the top here. Chiefs. This was bad. So Quentin Johnston was at the top, and they were motioning Johnston to try to slant. Jalen Watson jumped the route perfectly and had just dropped an interception. And here's what's worse: he was going down as he dropped the interception. If he kept his feet, this was this close to a pick six. This probably should have been a pick six. Wilson could still have a big game. I want to go over this too. I haven't touched base on this. 2nd and 15 here, and it's going to be this is a blown zone read play. It's going to be a loss of 2 here for the Chargers. And after doing everything right, it looks like the Chargers kind of just imploding here. You have penalties, missed assignments. And this was I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. It could have been a zone read, but and Justin Herbert looks over to the sidelines in frustration because something was amiss on this play here. 3rd and 17 here for the Chargers here. Will Dobbins is in the game here, and it's going to be Justin Herbert's going to be sacked by Chris Jones. They're going to have to throw a flag. I believe this is going to be holding, and one of the Chargers linemen is down. I want to make sure I see what the flag is, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be holding. You can tell the Chargers look visibly flustered after taking this 10-0 lead. Just about everything that has gone wrong is going wrong. I'm going to go off this comment. It's going to be personal foul, face mask against the Chargers. This is going to be declined. It's going to be 4th down. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong over the last 2 drives for the Chargers. Andre, I'm going to answer this at halftime. Michael Wilson, I don't know his numbers right now, but if you just saw that Worthy touchdown. Yeah. And one thing about Worthy is that he's going to have plays like this, and then he's going to there'll be times he does nothing. It's kind of a boom or bust. This is a beautiful punt by the Chargers. McCole Hardman's going to let it bounce out of bounds at their 24-yard line. So when play resumes, it's going to be Chargers 10, Chiefs 7, 3:12 left in the second quarter here. And the Chiefs will get the ball with an opportunity to either tie or take the lead. So I have no idea how Wilson's doing. Hopefully Wilson's doing better. Last I saw was 14-7. So I want to get back to the game, but I do want to that question you answered. I'm going to answer that at halftime. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Kareem Hunt's going to be to Patrick Mahomes' right. Patrick Mahomes going to mission Sky Moore to the top for trips to the top here. It's going to be they're trying to set up a screen to Kareem Hunt, batted down at the line of scrimmage, back to Patrick Mahomes, who wisely did not catch the ball and try to run. It looked like Patrick Mahomes was going to try to catch the ball and run, but actually that's what he was trying to do. He just dropped it. So 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs, who got the big play last drive for the 54-yard touchdown for Xavier Worthy here. Patrick Mahomes 7 out of 10 for 112, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Travis Kelce's going to motion to the bottom of the formation here. Patrick Mahomes looking at Kelce. Kelsey's covered. Patrick Mahomes scrambling around. There's a flag indicating holding. Patrick Mahomes is going to go out of bounds for a gain of 2. So it's either going to be 3rd and 8. But the way this flag was in the backfield, more than likely it's going to be holding on the Kansas City Chiefs here. So and that is the call. I do have an update. It's 13:52 in the third quarter. Washington just scored a touchdown. It's 24-7. The good thing is that when you're down, what do? You have to throw the ball. So Michael Wilson still may make some plays here. At halftime, it is 49ers 20, New England 3. So New England, as of right now, is not covering 15.5. So, yeah. 2nd and 10 here for the Chiefs at their own 14 here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation here. Kareem Hunt's to his right. Justin Watson to the bottom, trips to the top here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's going to squirt forward. Nice gain of a nice gain of a 10 for Kareem Hunt. It's going to be third and manageable for the Kansas City Chiefs here, as Kareem Hunt early on looks impressive. It looks like he's just got to figure out the whole offense early on. 5 carries, 25 yards, doing a decent job. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to let this go all the way down to the 2-minute warning. The Chargers will have 2 timeouts remaining. The Kansas City Chiefs do have all 3 timeouts, but I don't expect the Chiefs to use them unless they convert on a 3rd and 10 here. The biggest thing the Kansas City Chiefs don't want to do is give the Chargers back with a lot of time in both timeouts. We'll have to figure out what's going on here, because anything could happen here. We're going to take a commercial break as the game goes to the 2-minute warning. If you tuned in late, it's been a fun one. Chargers 10, Chiefs 7. You have a good chance here. Michael Wilson may do some great stuff in the second half when you're down by 17. Well, you throw the ball, so Michael Wilson may have a big game. You never know. AK, what's up, brother? My running backs are Hall, Kamara, Etienne, Ford. My wide receivers are London, Rice, Neighbors, Godwin. My tight end, Bowers, and Goddard. Would you do Etienne, Ford, London for Deontay Johnson and Mixon? I actually would. I'll tell you why. I think Deontay Johnson, now that Andy Dalton's the quarterback, is going to be wildly more productive. Now, I want to be honest with you. I don't know the numbers Mixon's put up, but one thing about Mixon is that he will be the number 1 running back. He's a 3-down back. Do I think he'll get the performance that he had before? No. Normally, I would be against this, but the thing is with I don't know why Etienne was benched. There was some issues. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Ford, I believe, I think Nick Chubb will be coming back. I don't know the answer for sure, but I think that when he does come back, Ford's touches will go dramatically down. So you have one running back that's fallen out of favor, one that's going to be benched. And in London, even though he's solid, I don't have any faith. The one thing I will say is they started using Mooney more, and I think that's smart. So you got London phased out. I think Deontay Johnson's going to be used a lot more, and I love getting productive running backs. And if I remember, you got Breece Hall, you got Kamara. I know Breece Hall probably didn't have a great game considering Jets didn't score a touchdown. Kamara, if I'm correct, Kamara had a good game. So you're upgrading your running back position by adding Mixon. Keep in mind, Rice and Neighbors are your ones. If you just saw, Rice is out. His knee bent backwards awkwardly. He's out for the rest of the game. This could be an injury where he's out for several weeks. So upgrading your receiver position, solid. I understand why you wouldn't want to make this, but I like it. Get back to the game here. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 for the Chiefs here after the 2-minute warning here. It's trips to the top here, no grade to the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes going downfield. It's Travis Kelce for a gain of 17. It's going to be a Kansas City Chiefs first down. And Kansas City's going tempo here as we are going under 145 here. They're at the Chargers 42-yard line. Patrick Mahomes gets the ball quickly, and it's Noah Gray after a gain of 6 here. He's going to be at the 45. It's going to be 2nd and short here for the Kansas City Chiefs as they're exercising tempo. We go under 130 here. Patrick Mahomes is going to line up in shotgun formation. P. Ryan trips to the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes is going down. He's checking it down to Noah Gray. Noah Gray is going to get a gain of 3 here, but it's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1, and the clock is going to continue to tick. But the Chiefs are not worried. They have all 3 timeouts. It's 3rd and 1 here, and Andy Reid is mad because they do not have the right personnel for the play call. Chiefs are not using a timeout, but they are trying to get the right players in the game here. Chiefs are going to go with an extra lineman here. Chiefs are going to get a little creative, and now they're going to stop the clock with 49 seconds, and the Chargers are going to call a timeout. So what happened is the Chiefs were trying to get the right personnel. They were going big. They were going to use an extra offensive lineman and tried to make sure that they get the first down. John Harbaugh is yelling at the ref. I'm not sure what happened, but the Chargers did get the timeout called. There's 49 seconds left in the half. The Chiefs are not in a panic at all. They have all 3 timeouts. They have 49 seconds. So you're in a good shape. So I'll be honest with you. I would not, because Rice may be out for a long period of time. I value Godwin more than London personally. I do remember you saying that. But I'll get this in a second here. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle here. It's going to be P. Ryan. He's going to corkscrew himself for a first down here. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. And I believe they're going to call a timeout after the first down, 45 seconds left in the half. I do remember you liked him. I didn't like him in Detroit because you already have Jameson Williams. So I didn't really see the point in 2 speed guys. When you already have Gibbs who's a home run threat as well. I thought that, I'll be honest with you, I think that if Tim Patrick stays healthy, you're going to use him a lot. This is a dude, I think that would be perfect. But I get what you're saying. I'll tell you what, I like Worthy in Detroit more than I like Jameson Williams for whatever reason. They're not using him right. Back to the game here. Trips to the top here. Patrick Mahomes scrambling around here. He wants to go downfield. He's going to just throw the ball out of bounds. The Chargers are doing a really nice job getting pressure on Mahomes with just 4. They're not really blitzing or doing anything exotic. It's just the Chargers front 4 is beating the Chiefs offensive line, which I thought was one of the better offensive lines in football. So this is early on a big problem here. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. 38 seconds left in the half. The Chiefs are on their own, are on the Chargers 48-yard line. With Butker, you only need a couple extra yards for you're in field goal range here. Patrick Mahomes going downfield. He's going to check down the ball to Noah Gray. Noah Gray is going to get a gain of 8, but there is a flag on the play. As it stands, it's going to be a 3rd and 1, but it's holding against the Kansas City Chiefs. I cannot emphasize this enough. The Chargers front 4 is beating the Chiefs offensive line. Trey Smith, Pro Bowl guard, just held here, and this is always a hold 10 out of 10 times. But if he didn't hold, the defensive tackle would have jacked up Mahomes. You don't want to damage a franchise, but with 32 seconds left, it's going to be 2nd and 10 back at the Kansas City Chief 42-yard line here. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to pass here. He's scrambling around here. He's being pressured and just gets rid of it. The Chargers front 4 is winning this game by themselves. They're not doing anything overly creative. They're not doing anything overly exotic. This was just, a very simple stunt that they just weren't prepared for. I don't get what's going on, but the Chargers are doing everything right so far. It's going to be 3rd and 20 for the Chiefs here. Now, keep in mind, if they can get about 15 yards, they may try a long field goal. And that's exactly what they're going to do. That's a nice throw here to Justin Watson. It's going to be a short gain here. And if the Chargers don't use their final timeout, it's going to be 4th and 10. Patrick Mahomes is getting everybody to line up here. It looks like he's going to try to go ahead on 4th and 10 at the 47. There's only going to be, and Patrick Mahomes, this is what I thought they were going to do. Okay, let me explain. 10-yard completion to the Chargers 47-yard line. The reason why they did this and what the Chiefs were doing is they were trying to fake like they were going to run a play. The Chiefs had no intention of running a play. What they were trying to do is eat up enough clock so that Harrison Butker at the very last play of the half is going to try. I believe this is going to be a 60. I think this is going to be a 65-yard field goal attempt. There's not many kickers in the league that can make this, but Harrison Butker is one of them. So Harrison Butker is lining up for a 65-yard field goal, and this play will end the half, barring penalty. The kick is up, and is it? It's short. Oh God! So the way the angle was, it was going between the uprights, so it looked like if it just had enough power, it would. No, okay, it was short, and yeah, it was short and slightly to the right. So we end the first half 10-7. Rhinos Roundtable, what's up, brother? Colts win. Really wish AR could get it straight between the ears. Play smarter, trust the system. Yeah, I'm gonna level with you. I blame the Colts front office. When I say office, I'm not talking Chris Ballard, the GM, the owner, because the owner was the one who forced the Colts to draft Anthony Richardson. I don't really think they wanted to do that. They are running a college offense, which they shouldn't. They haven't simplified things, and Anthony Richardson doesn't look like he is interested in trying to learn an NFL playbook. So there's a lot of problems with the Chargers or with the Colts. I'm going to level with you. I know that they beat the Steelers, but I would start Flacco immediately. And then what I would do is I would integrate Anthony Richardson with package plays. Like your 2 down or 2-point conversions, your 3rd and 4th and shorts. Maybe just use them like one series, or throw them in a few times during the game just to run the ball around. But I don't like the way that they implemented him to the offense. Everything that's gone on so far, I really, really just don't like. So I wouldn't blame you. I will tell you this, like, I think Deontay Johnson's in the right spot for the first time, but it's a short sample size. I mean, we've only seen 2 games, but he looks wildly productive. I do like this, but and the main reason I like it is that you're getting rid of Ford, who I think that once Chubb comes back is going to go to the bench. Now, if Chubb is not able to stay healthy, then Ford will come back. And Ford's a good player. He's just not as good as Chubb. The situation with ETN is that I don't know why he was benched. I don't know the whole story. But I would have told you before I saw him get benched that this wasn't a good move. And I love Travis Etienne. I mean, a 3-down back with home run speed, that's exactly what you want. But for whatever reason, they just aren't using him that way. So I don't really get it. Not a big Flacco fan before getting lit. I'm gonna level with you. If I was the Colts, I would make Flacco the starter immediately. No question, you want to make him the starter. So make him the starter, and that's kind of what you want to do going forward. So. What do I think of the Falcons beating the Saints? If you missed it, I didn't. So here's the drill. If you missed the game, I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched Red Zone. And so what happened is the Saints were down by 5 or 6. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they're down by, I think it was 5. I'd have to look and check the numbers, but anyway, they're down by 5, and what they did was I was trying to get you some up-to-date highlights. All I have is it's third quarter, 49ers 20, New England 3. As of right now, I'm losing that bet. Washington 24, Arizona 7. So Cleveland and the Raiders are tied up at 10. And, of course, we're at halftime in our game. So so with no timeouts left, the Saints were on the 1-yard line, and what they did is they ran it. They scored a touchdown, but they gave the Falcons they gave the Falcons the ball back with a minute left and no timeouts. Well, you're in Atlanta. It's an indoor stadium. You have one of the best kickers. So Atlanta went down the field. Young Ho Q kicked the game-winning, I think it was 57-yard field goal. I remember thinking this, and it's so hard to tell a player, hey, don't score, but they had no timeouts. So what I would have liked, hindsight, and by the way, I understand why you can't do this, but I would have liked them to not score on third down and then 4th and a yard, get the win there. And that's what I would have done instead. And I know that sounds crazy, but you would have had an opportunity to get half a yard for the guaranteed win. Instead, you give a team back with an excellent kicker. 1 minute with no timeouts and an excellent kicker. All you got to do is get about the midfield. So I'm personally not a fan of that, but makes the Tampa 1, so they're 3-1, but the other teams all look that whole division looks like fun now. I mean, Carolina's 1-3, but they're not out of it. They're definitely not out of it. And then you got both the Saints and Falcons are 2-2, and both of them, show life. I mean, the Saints, keep in mind, the Honey Badger got injured. They had some injuries on the defensive side, but they have a good defense. They have some explosive players on offense. Atlanta is got excellent defense. They have some problems on offense, but they started using Darnell Mooney a little more, and I thought that was really smart. Darnell Mooney looks like maybe he should be the number one guy, not Drake London, who was, what was it, the number, he was the 8th pick in the draft. I'll look at the box score. The final score was 26-24. But if you go to, I think they should, turns out to be Drake London, 6 catches, 64 yards. Darnell Mooney, 3 catches, 56. The offense honestly struggled pretty much until that final drive, which is, it's kind of a shame because I'm looking at the Falcons with all that offensive talent. If that offense ever comes together, Atlanta could be a very dangerous team. Saints were kind of beat up, but offensively, I like them. They're beat up defensively, have a really good team. So, Mike McFarland, brother, I'm sorry, man. He's out. The injury didn't look good. This is something we're going to follow all week. I'll follow it after the game, just so I can find out what happened. Chiefs' number 1 target, number 1 receiver in fantasy. You started Singletary over Hubbard. Oh God, that's a tough one. Man, I'm sorry, dude. I am really, really, really sorry about that because I might have recommended that. What other players you got? Rice is out, so just so you know. Do you have anybody playing Sunday night or Monday? I had too much vertical. Yeah. I mean, 65. It's all right. I don't think the problem's with the quarterback. I don't think Drake May is ready. I really think the problem is more with the offensive line. The problem is that you have an offensive line that is in really, really bad shape, plus you have some injuries. This draft is interesting because you have a lot of really, really good defensive players, and then you also have you have a lot of good defensive players, and you also have some good offensive linemen. But I think the plan is to fix the offensive line and then throw Drake May in a position where he can succeed. Because the one thing that I've noticed is every single week, Jacoby Brissett just takes a beating, and you don't want to throw a young, raw quarterback into a situation where he's just getting the crap kicked out of him. So that's that. I disagree with that, and that's the reason why. But I understand why, because they need to get some offensive production. They need to do it fast. Jalen Reed is a monster. I actually have not got to see much of that. And I want to be clear. I like Jalen Reed. I think Watson will be the number one guy. And they have two tight ends that they use quite a bit that I really, really, really like. So he's not a guy I'm super recommending as far as fantasy goes. Perry, this is what I would do. I might even, now keep in mind they have an extra third round pick with the Judon trade. I might double dip. I don't know if you remember this. Now it ended up not working out. And the general manager, head coach, everybody got fired in Atlanta. But do you remember Atlanta did that one year? They drafted two offensive linemen in the first round. It was Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McCrary. And both of them are still starting on Atlanta. Neither one of them are actually Lindstrom, the guard's actually really, really, really good. But when you're 12th pick overall in the draft, you need to be case in point, with the Dallas Cowboys, I'm drawing a blank on the guard's name. He was the one who was taken instead of Johnny Manziel, and fans booed Jerry Jones for the longest time, but he's going in Pro Football Fame. He was the 18th pick in the draft. They really thought that this guy would be an all-pro right away. It just wasn't. That said, even though it didn't work and everybody got fired, if I'm New England, I would probably do that. And what they did is they traded back into the first round, and they wanted to go with two rookie offensive linemen. I would do something along those lines. I might draft two offensive linemen in the first round. I might just try to get back in there. This draft's going to be really, really, really interesting because there's a lot of really good defensive players. I could see New England trying to really fix the defense, but they need to draft, I think, at least two offensive linemen in the draft. Don't be surprised they also attack free agency pretty aggressively and try to get some offensive linemen. So this is the question I wanted to touch base on. The Ravens defense, I think, will have a turnover. I think they'll cause some problems Sunday night at home. The defense hasn't been very good. I think this would be the week that Josh Allen does throw an interception. I also think Lamar Jackson has a good game. The Bills defense has been playing lights out. I do think Derrick Henry has a touchdown. So I'm going to get back to the game here as we start the second half here. Kansas City's down 10-7. The Chargers will get the ball first. Kansas City got the ball in the first half. And after a third down, 38-yard completion of Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs went ahead and fumbled the ball. And Chargers went downfield, scored a touchdown, so they get the ball first here. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their 10, at the 30 here. They're in motion, Ladd McConkey, so it's going to be trips to the bottom of the formation here. They're going to run the ball right up the middle. Dobbins is going to get a nice gain here as he powers forward for a gain of it's about 4.5 here. I'm not exactly sure where they're going to mark it, but nice run on first down. And I like what the Chargers game plan is. They're keeping the Chiefs off balance. What they want to do is they're playing old school football. They want to be very conservative, limit mistakes, run the ball. And that's what they're doing. Right now they got a 3-point lead. 2nd and 6 here for the Chargers here. It's going to be play action pass here. Justin Herbert's got some pressure. He's going to drop it off to Dobbins after it looked like he was sacked. Dobbins turns it into a nice gain of 4. There is a flag on the play here. Herbert was wrapped up, but had the wherewithal to go ahead and drop the ball off. And it's another false start against the Chargers here. Multiple. This is going to be a legal formation here. Trey Pipkins, who's taken over at right tackle here. And so what it is that they called, they're showing the replay. It doesn't look like Pipkins jumped. It looked like there wasn't enough men on the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 instead of 3rd and short for the Chargers here at the 29-yard line here. Justin Herbert's in pistol here. He's going to fake the handoff here. Nice throw to McConkey. He's going to get to a 45. Turns on the Jets and gets a nice gain. Wow. Turns on the Jets. That's a gain. I believe it's a gain of 45 yards. So this looked like it was going to be a 5 or a 10-yard completion. Ladd McConkey just turns on the Jets. I thought this was going to be a run play. It was a play action pass. And Ladd McConkey just ran away from both Connor and Cook in the Chiefs secondary here. And this was just a nice one-on-one route that McConkey just beat Connor and just ran away from the rest of the Chiefs defense for a massive gain. Ladd McConkey, 5 catches, 67 yards and a touchdown as they invade Chiefs territory. It's going to be a false start here on the Chargers again. So instead of being at the Kansas City Chiefs 33, they're going to be at the Kansas City Chiefs 38. The way the O-line and D-line are getting paid in need draft. Yeah, I really think that you may want to consider receiver because they need to get offensive weapons. Now that you got your quarterback, first thing you need to do is protect him. Second thing you need to do is get him some weapons. But yeah, I expect at least 2. Plus a free agent. 1st and 15 from the Chargers here. They're lining up offset pistol formation here. They're just run Dobbins right up the middle. He gets a gain of 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Chargers. And I want to say I'm very impressed with the way the Chargers are not only keeping the Chiefs off balance. All they're trying to do is just play mistake-free football. The Chiefs have 2 turnovers that the Chargers converted into points, and they've done a great job keeping the Kansas City Chiefs off balance here. It's going to be 2nd and 14 here. You're going to see Herbert in shotgun. Trips to the bottom of the formation here. I can't tell who it is at the top, and then it's going to be J.K. Dobbins in the backfield here. Herbert goes downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Quentin Johnston one-on-one against Jalen Watson here. I like the shot downfield. Keep in mind, you're almost in field goal range. I'm not exactly sure where they want to get to, but this was just a nice play. The one thing I'll say I don't like is that they had Palmer and Johnston basically in the same area. Both were running go routes down the field here, and it looked like what should happen is Palmer should have just broke back to the inside here. Looks like the Chargers, if they just get a few yards, they can try for a field goal here. 3rd and 14th here. Kinsey brings pressure. It's going to be deflected and bounce, almost intercepted, but it's going to bounce harmlessly. And what the Chargers were doing is they weren't trying to get a first down. They thought they'd get another couple of yards, because if they try for a field goal right here, it's going to be I'm going to say this is going to be a 56-yard field goal here. So what they're trying to do is get a nice little slant route to Quentin Johnson, but the Chiefs are ready for it. This is going to be a 55-yard field goal. 55-yard field goal for the Chargers here. I don't expect a fake here. The kick is up, and it's going to go wide left. It's going to be no good, so the Chiefs are going to take over with 11:43 left in the third quarter. It's going to be Chargers 10, Chiefs 7, but the Chiefs are going to get excellent field position as the Chargers just missed a 55-yard field goal. Had the distance, he just pushed it right. They're going to go to a commercial break, and we come back. We're going to have Chiefs Chargers. So. I'm going to add a quick update to all the current scores here. At the end of 3, it's a Commanders 27, Cardinals 14. 7:59 left in the third. It's Raiders 13, Browns 10. Earlier, Browns had 10-0 lead, so Raiders come back. The Raiders still have the ball. In San Francisco, 49ers 27, Patriots 10. 49ers have the ball. And I'm going to go over all the games from earlier today. Falcons on a game-winning 58-yard field goal, won 26-24 over the Saints. Bears are 2-2, 24-18 at home over the Rams. Stafford threw a pick late, ruined any chance of a comeback. Wild one in Lambeau, as at one point in time the score was 28-7. Vikings still stay unbeaten, but it was a good one, 31-29. Anthony Richardson leaves the game. Joe Flacco comes in, powers Colts victory, 27-24, knocking the Steelers off from the ranks of the unbeaten. Ranks of the unbeaten. Broncos in an upset in Jersey, 10-9. Battle of field goals. Bo Nix throws to Cortland Sutton for the only passing touchdown, the only touchdown in the game. Baker Mayfield and the Bucks pummeled the Eagles 33-16. Kind of funny because before the season, I would have told you the NFC East is loaded. None of those teams look good right now. None of them. Bengals get their first win of the season at home, 34-24 over the Panthers. Texans 24-20 over the Jags. A really, really good close competitive game, and it turns out to be that Jaguars are still winless. So back to action here. The Chiefs are on the 45 here. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Kareem Hunt's running hard. Gets a nice gain of 4. So apparently, I don't think it's an injury issue. I don't know that for a fact, but it doesn't look like the Chiefs are going to use Carson Steele anymore. It might be an injury issue because he's not been playing, not even on special teams, but that's kind of what you're looking at early on. It was a nice game of Kareem Hunt getting a gain of 4 here. I believe that's P. Ryan who's in the game now. P. Ryan's going. Oh, it's going to be a fake here. They're going to give the ball to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce was stopped at the 1, but he stiff arms and powers himself for a nice gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd and very short for the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe it's going to be. They're going to mark it down at 2 yards short of a first down here, 3rd and 1 correction. So as we go under 11 in the third quarter here, it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs as they invade Chargers territory. They're just showing John Harbaugh right now grimacing and looking angry. Come on, show more. Travis Kelce, 8 catches. Today, 6 catches, 79 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1 here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation. He's going to roll out to the right. It's going to be a nice little catch to Xavier Worthy. 3-yard gain for a Kansas City Chief first down as they keep the drive continued in Chargers territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the Chargers 44-yard line here. GB, Kansas City seems to be underutilizing Kelsey. I personally don't think it's either. I think it's just Kelsey. We share a birthday, so I know exactly when his birthday is. He'll be 35 soon. Father Time's undefeated. Kelsey's going to take a breather. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Kareem Hunt's running hard, folks. Kareem Hunt's running hard. Gets a nice gain of 4 as the Kansas City Chiefs continue to invade into Chargers territory. I think Kansas City, what they may want to do is just play conservative. The way the offense of the Chargers has been handling themselves, getting a field goal is a major plus for the Chargers at this time. I think it's just Kelsey slowing down, to be honest with you. I mean, he still has great hands. He just doesn't have the ability to run away from defenders that he once did. 2nd and 6 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. It's going to be a fake end around, and they're going to another penalty here. What they were going to do here is that they were going to do a fake end around, and then they wanted to dip the ball out to Xavier Worthy in the backfield like a screen pass. But Juwan Taylor is going to be called for the false start, so it's going to be a loss of 5, which will put the Chiefs back at the 45-yard line. Juwan Taylor's been called for his 3rd penalty today, so those of you that say Chiefs have the refs in their back pocket, well, okay. 1st and 10 from the Chargers 44. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here. Patrick Mahomes pressured. He's going to scramble around. He's going to dump it off here. Trying to hit Justin Watson's incomplete here. Nice play by Fulton here. He's been all over the field for the Chargers defense. All over the field here. Really great job, because what the Chiefs are trying to do is that Juwan Taylor, the Chiefs' offensive line's not really been adjusting. They're not doing much. It's just 4-man stunts, and the Chiefs aren't able to handle this very well. Something other teams may want to pay attention to in the future here, because the Chiefs can't handle a simple 4-man stunt. They're in for a long day. It's 3rd and 11 here. Pressure on Mahomes here. Patrick Mahomes throws a sidearm pass. Justin Watson, first down. Yes. A gain of 15 for Justin Watson here, and he gives a thumbs up. So if you're watching that and you're wondering what the thumbs up is, he dove down with the ball. Normally, if it's kind of questionable or a play that's going to be overlooked, what they do is that they hurry up to the line of scrimmage to hurry up and run a play before the other team can call an incompletion. Justin Watson gives a thumbs up, meaning that there's absolutely no question that's a catch. Chiefs just run operating standard offense. Chargers are not even going to try and challenge this. Carson Steele's going to enter back into the game here. It's going to be 1st and 10 at Chargers 27 here. And the play is the game's going to be stopped here. I believe the Chiefs called a timeout. Somebody's called a timeout. There's stoppage of play here. I don't know if it was the Chiefs or the Chargers that called the timeout, though. They're not giving an indicate. Okay, I'm not listening with the sound on. It sounds like okay. Correction to what I said earlier. Correction. The Chargers are going to challenge the play. Now, they're looking at it on replay. If it was called an incompletion on the field, there's a possibility it might stand up. This looks like a very simple catch. Kansas City didn't try to rush the ball. So I think Kansas City feels extremely confident that they feel very confident that this is going to now hold up here. They're going to take a commercial break, but when they get back, I expect the play to be upheld and the Chargers to lose a timeout. But GB, telling you, Kelsey just can't get open the way he used to. And the Chiefs, that's one of the reasons why they used a first round pick. It's one of the reasons why they signed Noah Gray. It's the reason why I used a fourth round pick on a very, very talented Jared Wiley, a tight end, former quarterback, which is what Kelsey was when he started his college career. So the Chiefs are investing in pieces. They also brought back Juju Smith-Schuster when he was released from the Patriots. And before Rashid Rice's injury, that was the number one option, where for the longest time it was Travis Kelce. So it's not popular opinion here in Kansas City, but look, when you turn 35 in a few days, Father Time's undefeated, and that's just the way it goes. So. Trying to give you some updates of the other games around the league here. 9:21 left in the fourth here. It's going to be Commanders 27, Cardinals 14. The Commanders are driving. Looks like they're in field goal range. 49ers 27, Patriots 10. Looks like Patriots are going to get the ball back here. They're going to try to make this a ball game. Raiders scored a touchdown. Raiders 20, Browns 10, 5:23 left in the third. And, of course, in the game that we are all very excited about, has now come back here. They're looking at this here. This is going to be upheld very likely. Oh, no. Okay, so I see why. Okay. Yeah, it was upheld. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chargers will lose the timeout. Carson Seals is going to enter the game here. It's going to be 13 personnel. 3 tight ends, play action pass. Mahomes wants to go deep. He's going to check it down to Steele, who slips, and pass falls incomplete. So what the Chiefs are trying to do here is they are trying to catch the Chargers off guard, take a shot into the end zone, but it didn't work out that way. However, if Carson Steele keeps his feet, there's no one around him. So, I mean, not only does he get the first down, he definitely gets some more yards, but he just slips on the play. So, 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here, 7:54 left in the third here. Chiefs are now going 3 receivers in Kelsey here. Patrick Mahomes is going to check down to Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's going to – I don't know where he's going to be marked out of bounds here because he shook off the tackler, but I think he's going to be out of bounds after a gain of 5 here. It's going to be 3rd and 5, well within Butker's range. So I don't believe this will be 2-down territory. The way the offense has been struggling with the Chargers, I think the Chiefs are more than happy to try to just tie the game up. They're going to call it 3rd and 3. I think it's more like 3rd and 4. Okay, Originally, I thought he's at 22. They're going to mark him down to 20. So it's actually 3rd and 3. We gave Kareem Hunt a few extra yards here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass here, pressured by the Chargers. He's going to break free, and he's going to try to power his way. Don't do this. Patrick Mahomes tried to power his way for a first down. Was unsuccessful. Got basically a yard and took some unnecessary punishment. It's going to be 4th and 1. I expect Kansas City to kick a field goal, but I could easily see a situation where they would want to go ahead and because they're going to call it 1. It's really more like 1.5. By the way, on that last play, Justin Watson was open in the end zone, but what you're going to see here is Harrison Butker is going to line up for a chip shot compared to the 65-yard field goal that we saw earlier. The kick is up, and the kick is good. It was a 37-yard field goal, so we are tied up at 10 apiece with 6:26 left in the third. So, people should be happy in the world. I'm not a GM because there'd be no end of the change in players since I trade anyone who turns 31, 32, even if you're 28 in your prime. I turn you into picks. So what Bill Belichick did for years is he had a list, and I don't know the exact list, but he always wanted X amount of players at X amount of age. You need to have a certain amount of players that are under 25. You had a certain amount of players between 26 and 28. You had a certain amount of players between 29 and 31. And that was one thing Bill Belichick always did. And that was one thing that Patriots fans hated, was that he got rid of stars that a lot of people felt were in their prime, popular players. Richard Seymour, who, by the way, is making a phenomenal career as a professional poker player. He was traded away for a couple first-round picks. I remember his very first game. He signed with the Raiders, and 5 days later, he played in his first game. He had 2 sacks, but had 4 for the year. Ended up being a great move for the Patriots. They got rid of Lawyer Malloy, who was Tom Brady's best friend. Then he got rid of his another close friend. They actually brought him back later on. It was, what was it? Dion. Oh, God, what was it? Was a Super Bowl MVP in one of those Super Bowls. But that's something Bill Belichick did. It wasn't popular with fans. Other players had an issue with it because they were locker room leaders. But that's just the way things were with the Patriots. But he felt like you needed a certain amount of players at each position, and then he also felt like you needed only a certain amount of stars. He didn't like having a team full of stars like like the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not trying to insult the Cowboys, but like the Cowboys, 49ers, their teams have a lot of stars, but don't have a lot of depth. One thing Belichick wanted was a lot of youth and a lot of depth, next man up type of mentality. It worked good for a long time. For 18 years, they were the best franchise in the National Football League. So. We return to action here. It's going to be a kick here, not going to be returned. It's going to be touched back by the Chargers. It's going to be first and 10 for the Chargers at the 30-yard line here. We got a good one here at Arrowhead West, SoFi Stadium in LA. Beautiful stadium. Looks like beautiful weather. I can tell you it's very sunny and warm here in Las Vegas, which is just a few hours away. My computer says it's 105 outside. I have not been outside yet, full disclosure, so I don't know. 6:26 left in the third quarter, first and 10 here. Justin Herbert's going to do play action pass here. He wants to go downfield. Wide open Joshua Palmer for a gain of 26 yards and a Los Angeles Charger first down. Great job by the Chargers. Play action pass. Joshua Palmer. I think this is his first catch. Just runs a deep out with the play action pass. The zone coverage that Watson had came up and they got right underneath. Very nice pass. Very nice play call by the Chargers. It's going to be first and 10 at the Kansas City Chiefs 44-yard line. Now they're going pistol. Gus Edwards is going to enter the game here. He's to Justin Herbert's left here. It's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards, and he's going to be tackled after he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he leaped or powered himself really for a gain of 4. They're going to call it 2nd and 6 here for the Chargers here. Nice job by Gus Edwards. It may not sound like it's a big deal. There's a big deal a difference between 2nd and 8 and 2nd and 6. There's a huge difference, and Gus Edwards' run put a lot of extra effort to get those extra couple of yards. Pistol formation as the Chargers are going heavy here. It's going to be a handoff to Gus, or it's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards right up the middle for a gain of 7, almost a first down. The camera panned back because it looked like, because Herbert was executing what attempted to be a play action pass, which fooled the cameraman and might have fooled the Chiefs defense, but Gus Edwards did power forward for a gain of 7 as the Chargers went heavy, and it worked out. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 here for the Chargers here, as they are now It would be a very long field goal, but they are within field goal range here. And it's going to be a quarterback sneak, and Justin Herbert's going to get the first down here. So the drive will continue for the Chargers as they get the first down. It'll be at their own 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Chargers as we go inside of 4 minutes in the third quarter. We got a good one here. Really like what the Chargers are doing offensively. A lot of keeping the Chiefs off of balance. I know they've only put up 10 points, but you got a couple backup tackles in there. Justin Herbert's not 100%, and you've done your best to keep him safe. And you also managed to take advantage of Kansas City Chiefs' mistakes. So the Chargers go ahead and put J.K. Dobbins back in. He gets a gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Nice job by the Chargers running ball this possession. Up until this possession, it really looked like the Kansas City Chiefs kind of had the Chargers bottled up, but they've been able to run the ball this drive. A lot of it had to do with that 25-yard completion, kind of open things up here. 2nd and 6 here for Justin Herbert and the Chargers here. He's in the pistol. J.K. Dobbins is directly behind him. It's going to be a handoff to Dobbins, and he's going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage here. No gain, maybe even loss of a half a yard. Justin Reed rips the ball out after the play is called dead, and he's furious because if the play wasn't called dead, he would be in the end zone. But the play was already called dead. It's 3rd and 6 here for the Chargers as we go under 2:30 in the third quarter here. So Justin Herbert and shotgun here, trips to the top of the formation here. Joshua Palmer to the bottom. They're in motion. Ladd McConkey to the bottom. Justin Herbert and shotgun formation. Chiefs showing blitz. Chiefs bring the blitz. There is a flag on the play here. Joshua Palmer is going to catch the ball right at the line of scrimmage here. There's a little jaw in between Chamari Connor and Joshua Palmer here. I'm not sure where they're going to mark it at. It looks like the Chargers are moving back. This will be offsides Kansas City. They're going to decline this. I'm assuming they're going to decline this because it is a first down, but it was unclear where the referee marked the ball. But it is first down. Offsides by FAU Chiefs first-round draft pick. Mike Dana did not get to start today. And by the way, I was going to say Chiefs may want to challenge this, but no, it was right at the yard marker. It was a first down. So great job by the Chargers. Chargers doing a fantastic job this drive, just moving the ball right downfield. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs 23-yard line. Ladd McConkey motioning to the bottom of the formation here. Justin Herbert in shotgun. J.K. Dobbins to his right here. Herbert's looking downfield. He's being pressured. Ball in the end zone, almost intercepted by Jaden Hicks is going to go ahead and first time he's playing. He's a rookie out of Washington State, player the Chiefs are extremely high on, but he wasn't just working on special teams here. One thing about the Chiefs here, they were in a position to go ahead and get a sack here. FAU was called for offsides, just took a bad angle and a dive, and wasn't able to get the sack. If he did, it could have been 2nd and 15, but trips to the top formation here. Herbert's in the pistol here. He's going to hand off to Gus Edwards here, and Gus Edwards is going to power for a gain of 1 or possibly 2. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Chargers, but keep in mind the Chargers are well within field goal range. They're going to call it 3rd and 9. I think it may be closer to 3rd and 8. So Chargers are going to utilize some clock here as they're probably not going to snap the ball till it's under 1:10 left in the third quarter here. And this is what the Chargers wanted to do all along, is limit the Kansas City Chiefs offense. So we're going to see what happens here. Motion Quentin Johnson to the top of the formation here. Ladd McConkey to the bottom, trips to the top here. Chiefs bring pressure. It's going to be a first down. Quentin Johnson one-on-one against Trent McDuffie. And what the Chiefs did is they brought pressure. Nice slant route here. Great job by Quentin Johnston, just making a nice play here, just one-on-one against Chiefs' best corner. He won using his size. Trent McDuffie's about 5'10", 185, 190. Quentin Johnson, 6'4", 210, uses his size, shields the defender off, makes a very nice catch here. It's first catch of the game here. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Chargers here as they are in the red zone, but they can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown here. They're going to run the ball here. Almost fumbled. J.K. Dobbins might have lost a yard. Yeah, they're going to lose a yard here. Dobbins looked like the ball kind of slipped a little bit, but it's going to be they're going to call it 2nd and 10. It looks like it's closer to 2nd and 11. At the end of 3, they're going to take a commercial break here and go to the other side of the field. Folks, we have a good one. It worked because a lot of players were ring chasing at the time. That was part of it, but I think also the Chiefs just did the Patriots just did a really, really, really good job of utilizing their draft picks. They had the greatest quarterback who ever lived. Except for the receiver position, they drafted really well, but a lot of players came there for discounts. Chargers may be in LA, but it'll always be San Diego for me. It just sucks because there's no teams in San Diego anymore other than the Padres. Yeah, I mean, GB, I don't know how old you are, but the 1981 playoff game between the Chargers and Miami Dolphins got me hooked on football forever. Those Air Coryell, Dan Fouts Chargers is what turned me into a football fan. Dan Fouts throwing to Winslow, Chandler, Charlie Joyner. They had Chuck Muncie, James Brooks. The Air Coryell Chargers just like was so much fun to watch. It was amazing. And I don't know if you know what that playoff game is like, but the Chargers got up 24-0. At the very last play of the first half, the Dolphins did a hook and ladder, scored a touchdown, made it 24-24, and then it was just back and forth. One of the greatest games of all time. I've been told. So I live in Vegas now. I'm like the only person in Las Vegas never been to California, because I tell people I've never been to California, I get looked at weird. But everybody says the same thing. San Diego is beautiful. It's on my bucket list. But everybody says the same thing. Like San Diego's just perfect. But yeah, they'll never put another team in San Diego again. They really won't. I am kind of excited though about San Diego State joining the new Pac-12. I think that could be kind of cool. I have to wait and see here. We're going to turn back to the game here. Started the fourth quarter. We're tied up at 10, but the Chargers are driving 2nd and 10 at the Kansas City Chiefs 13-yard line here. Dobbins is going to come back into the backfield here for Herbert. Herbert's got 2 receivers to the top of the formation. He's got 1 to the bottom here. Herbert's back to pass here. He's under pressure here, but he drops it off to Dobbins. Dobbins is going to get a nice gain of 5. It's going to be, they're saying 2nd, but all right, I missed the downs. It's going to be 3rd and 5. I thought it was going to be 2nd and 5 here. George Karlaftis just did a nice bull rush and just dragged the right tackle back right into Herbert. Nice play by Karlaftis. But nice play by the Chargers, getting the ball out, not losing any yards. 3rd and 5 here. It's going to be Herbert by himself. Two guys to the top, trips to the bottom here. 4-man front. It's a quick throw here to Joshua Palmer. Now, this is going to be interesting because Palmer caught the ball, tried to roll, but he ends up being stopped at the 3-yard line. First down's at the 2, so we got decision time for Jim Harbaugh because it's 4th and 1. I guarantee you, if it wasn't 4th and 1, it was like 4th and 2. It's no question you want to kick a field goal. 4th and 1, you got some size at running backs. It looks like the Chargers are going to call a timeout. They're going to think about it. I think the Chargers are going to go for it. I really do. I think it's just trying to get the right play call. I'm going to level with you. You may see some motion, some shifting, and unusual formation, but I think Harbaugh's just going to try to attack the ball right up the middle here. Like I said, it's a timeout. The Chargers only have one remaining. Kansas City has all three. There is a possibility that the Chargers just want to look over this play because looking at the replay here, Joshua Palmer, even though he's down at the 3, it doesn't look like Nick Bolton touched him until he rolled to the 2. Originally, from the angle, it looked like Nick Bolton put his arm out, but on the other angle, Nick Bolton doesn't touch him until he gets the ball to the 2-yard line. But they're not going to challenge it. It's 4th and 1 here. Chargers going to throw the ball. Chris Jones is chasing them. There's a flag in the backfield. More than likely, it's going to be holding, but Herbert took a shot. This was a terrible play design after a timeout. There is a flag. It looks like it is holding against the Chargers. Penalties obviously going to be declined. This was just an absolute disaster for the Chargers. They just completely messed up. If nothing else, they should have went for the challenge. I think they would have won the challenge. Chris Jones just beat the guard right off the play. The guard held. And then Justin Herbert took a shot from FAU, getting some additional playing time with Mike Hanna being out. So when we get back here, it's still tied at 10, but it's Chiefs ball now. One of the Spanos shoulder shares said, yeah, I was reading that on ESPN. I didn't know it was 27%. It's funny. I'm not insulting you as a Chargers fan, but you have Clark Hunt in Kansas City, one of the best owners in sports. I actually think Mark Davis has done a fantastic job with since he's taken over as the Raiders owner under Al Davis. Denver Gators going to hate me. Denver Gators going to Pat Bowlen, the owner of the Broncos. Not a classier individual. I argued as a diehard Chiefs fan that Pat Bowlen should have been in the Hall of Fame much sooner. But he started suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's, and sold the team to the Penner Walton Group. But Pat Bowlen, Al Davis, Lamar Hunt, and Pat Bowlen formed the AFL and transformed the NFL into what we see today. Without those three guys, the game's not even close. We're not even watching the same thing. So it's completely without those three guys. There's not 5 people more influential in the history of the NFL than Al Davis, and there's probably not 5 people more influential in the AFL than Pat Bowlen and Lamar Hunt. So you have 3 of the best owners in all of football, and then you got Spanos. Yeah, it's a shame too, because God, San Diego's a beautiful place, iconic team, great all-time quarterbacks. By the way, Philip Rivers will be in the Hall of Fame someday. Johnny Unitas ended his career there. I'll get back to that here in a bit here. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs as they are at their 3-yard line here. It's going to be handoff to Kareem Hunt. He's going to bounce around to the tackle, play with design was left. He bounced right and got a gain of 6. Nice run by Kareem Hunt. He is running hard. He is running hard. He looks really motivated to do the best here. It's 2nd and 4 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Is main thing you want to do if you're the Chiefs is you don't want to go 3 and out right here. Do not want to go 3 and out. 2nd and 4 here for the Kansas City Chiefs, deep in their own territory after they stop the Chargers on 4th and 1 here. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt. He's going to go right outside the right tackle here, and he's going to stay upright and power forward for a first down. Nice run by Kareem Hunt. Nothing fancy, nothing exotic, just run right outside right tackle for a Kansas City Chiefs first down. Kareem Hunt, 9 carries, 46 yards. Excellent job by the Chiefs. Nothing creative, nothing fancy, just some simple run plays to get out of your own end zone there. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs on their own 15 here. Another run play here, just right up the middle for Kareem Hunt. 6 yards here, and there is nothing creative about the Kansas City Chiefs offense right now. It's just smash mouth football, which is highly unusual for Andy Reid, but that's just what they're doing right now with Kareem Hunt, is they're just lining up and punching you in the mouth. Kareem Hunt's going to get a breather. It's 2nd and 5 here for the Kansas City Chiefs as we go under 12 minutes for the game here. Nice game by Kareem Hunt in his first game in Kansas City. P. Ryan's going to give him a breather here. They're going to spread the field out, 4 wide receivers here. P. Ryan is in the backfield. He's going to get the ball right up the middle here. It's going to be a gain of they're marking him at the 23. It looked like originally he got a little more, but if he only got to 23, it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Kansas City Chiefs as Kansas City Chiefs look like early on in this drive that they just want to run the ball. This is old school football. When you get the ball inside your own 5, your number one goal is to just try to get 2 first downs. That way you have some position to punt. 3rd and 3 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to pass. He's going to scramble around here. He's going to make a move, and he's going to run for a first down. It looked like he was stopped, did a pump fake, got the defender to leave his feet, ran right around him for a 15-yard gain. Nice job, Patrick Mahomes, doing what Patrick Mahomes does best. So Patrick Mahomes runs for a key first down here. And what this was is that this was just a standard stunt, same thing they've been doing all game long. The thing is, though, when the linebacker came up to stop the play, Patrick Mahomes did pump fake, got him off his feet, ran up for a gain of 15, 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Kareem Hunt's going to get the ball again. Kareem Hunt's going to power forward for a gain of 6. Very nice gain, but there is a flag on the play. Chargers are indicating that's holding. If that's the case, it's going to negate a very nice run on first down. That is the case. So it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Very nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs. That drive up to that point. Noah Gray there was holding. There's no question that's a hold if you're a Chiefs fan. But that negates a very nice 6-yard run on first down. It's going to be 1st and 20. For the Kansas City Chiefs. 10:31 left in the 4th quarter. We are tied at 10. They're taking a stoppage as one of the Chargers is walking off the field gingerly. I didn't see who it was. Yes, the sun comes out. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead, AK. I'm going to start these comments, but I'm going to do want to touch base on this. 1st and 20 here as Chiefs are at their own 26-yard line. 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top here. It's going to Chiefs are trying to do a screenplay to Xavier Worthy, but it was blown up here. I believe that was Khalil Mack got his hand on the ball there, and it was Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack just read this perfectly. Actually, he didn't. He just threw his hand up in the air and made something happen. Great play by somebody who I think would be a future Hall of Famer in Khalil Mack. He's had a Hall of Fame career, really, really special player. 2nd and 20 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here as they got 2 wide receivers to the bottom here, receiver and Kelsey to the top. P. Ryan's off to Mahomes' right. Patrick Mahomes is going to scramble around, throw the ball in tight. That's a tight window to Travis Kelsey, but he does get a nice gain of 12 here. I was a little worried because there's 3 Charger defenders right around that ball, but Patrick Mahomes trusts it. Not worried about the interception he threw earlier, and even though it was tight coverage, throws it into Kelsey for a very manageable 3rd down. This may not show it on the box score, but this is that was a huge play because instead of 3rd and 20, it's 3rd and 9, very manageable here. It's going to be trips at bottom formation here. Kelsey to the top here. Patrick Mahomes takes the shotgun snap. Patrick Mahomes got time. He's scrambling around. He's going to throw the ball, and it's incomplete here, so it's going to be 4th down. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. But fourth and 9 as a 9:31 left in the 4th quarter here, and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to punt. So Philly lost today. I expect Roseman to clean house. Not this season. And yeah, this should have been prime time. It really. I'm surprised it wasn't. I'm in Vegas, so I knew that they were going to play the Raiders game instead. So I had to buy a Sunday ticket. This is my first game using the Sunday ticket. It's kind of cool so far. Fair catch at the 15. So with 9:24 left in the game here, Chargers are going to take over. We're tied up at 10 as they go to a commercial break. Yeah, I thought the Rams would win. I have to look at some details. I know Stafford had an interception late. Bears defense came up big. Washington's up big. Yeah, last I saw, I think it was 42-14. I'll go over all the scores here in just a minute. I'm going to, AK, hang out here. I'm starring these comments because I want to go ahead and get to all those comments. So hang on here. Yeah, it really looks like it's working out well. I fully expect for the next several weeks for Kareem Hunt to be the main guy. I really expect Kareem Hunt to be the main guy. So. R. Smitty, my wide receivers right now are J.J. Drake, Deontay Cooper, Brian Thomas, Tom Worthy. I want another wide receiver number 1. Would targeting a guy like MHJ be dumb since I have McBride, or should I try to go for a guy like Chase? Well, I'll level with you. If you're going to go either MHJ or Marvin Harrison Jr., for those who don't know, or Chase, you obviously want to take Chase, who I think would be the better of the two, but you're not dumb getting 2 players on the same team of a high-powered offense. I know they only put up 14 points as of now, but I think Arizona's offense is going to kind of uptick. I don't think it's a bad thing to have 2 players of 2 different positions on the same team, like a running back, receiver, running back, tight end on the same team. That's not a bad option at all. All my teams have had terrible owners, Chargers, Spanos, and he hasn't been a good owner. I know nothing about soccer. The Miami Heat, I couldn't tell you anything about the Heat. I know LeBron was there. Buddy of mine swears up and down Miami's like the best. Miami's on the bucket list of cities I would like to visit. I've heard great things about Miami. I need Khalil Mack direction. As a Chiefs fan, I obviously don't want that. So, play resumes here, but I am going to answer all the comments here. GW or G, yeah. Or AK, I'm sorry. Stay tuned here. It's going to be a handoff to Gus Edwards here. It looked like he was going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Just power forward for a gain of 2. Very nice run by Gus Edwards, because this could have very easily been 2nd and 12. Instead, they're going to call it 2nd and 9. Looks like it's a short 9, long 8. I would have called it 2nd and 8 personally, but 2nd and 9 here, as we're in a surprising defensive battle. We're inside of 9 minutes of the final quarter of the game here. We are tied up at 10. The Chargers, even though they've scored 10 points, I like what they're doing offensively. They kept the Chiefs off bounce. They didn't put up points on their final drive because they went for it on 4th and 1. Justin Herbert's gotten pressure here. He's scrambling around. He's going to get rid of the ball here, and J.K. Dobbins can't hold on. So, Arvin Glazier sounds familiar. I don't know who that is. I mean, Glazier sounds familiar, but Arvin does no. And by the way, I starred your comments so I can come back to them. When we get a commercial break, I'm gonna go through your comments here and try my best to answer your questions. So I hope that you stay tuned. 3rd and 9 here. Oh, okay, yeah, you own some bucks, yeah. 3rd and 9 here for the Chargers here. It's going to be a shotgun snap. Justin Herbert falls down, throws the ball incomplete here. Pressure all over Herbert, which you kind of expect with a banged up offensive line and going against one of the best defenses in the National Football League. So with 8:27 left in the 4th quarter here, Chargers most likely are going to punt. I will say this, if Herbert's ankle isn't banged up, there's a chance that he runs towards the bottom and tries to extend the play. I'm not 100% sure, but his ankle does look like it's bothering him. The punt is away. It's a good one here. Miracle Hardman's going to field at 27. He's going to go up the field. I can't tell. It looks like he ran into his own guy, but a nice return of 13. He's at the 40, so the Chiefs will take over an excellent field position during take a commercial break. When we come back, 8:16 left in the 4th. Look, we're tied up at 10. This is a good one. This is a good one, folks. AK, thanks, man, for being patient with me. My running backs, Hall, Kamara, Etienne, Ford. My wide receivers, London, Rice, Neighbors, Godwin, Pittman, tight end, Bowers, and Goddard. Would I do Etienne and Goddard? Ooh. Okay. I went over this earlier. Pitts, I don't remember off the top of my head. Pitts did almost nothing today, and I don't get it because Pitts may have the most athletic ability of any tight end in that. 0. He was shut out today. Okay. So Pitts was shut out. Okay. Here's the issue with this trade. Even though you got insane potential, they're not using Pitts. I don't understand. Okay. I like Walker a lot more than I like Etienne. Why benched? I don't know what's going on. That said, a 3rd down back with speed is tough. Okay. Walker, when he plays, is a phenomenal 3-down back that they want to use. I kind of think they should use Charbonnet a little more. I don't know the numbers, but I think Goddard. I'm gonna level with you. I get why you would want to do this. I would not, and I say that I'm gonna take a look at Goddard's numbers here because I think he had a good game. 7 catches, 62 yards. That's pretty solid. Here's the problem with Goddard. I think Goddard's a top tier tight end. Pitts has that potential. Why? I mean, nothing? 0? Come on. I know you want to get rid of Etienne. I don't blame you. You do have another you have Bowers, right? Okay. Let me get back to the game. I want to dive into this in a little more detail. 8:16 left in the game here. Patrick Mahomes is under center. He's going to motion for Worthy here. A play action pass. Mahomes wants to go downfield. Catches Noah Gray deep downfield, deep into Chargers territory, all the way down to the Chargers 30. The Chiefs are in field goal range here. I believe that's a 30-yard pitch and catch. And what they did, this is a very nice play design, is it was play action pass. It got blown up by Bud Dupree coming in, but Noah Gray was able to sneak right into center. what this was, even though it was a 30-yard completion, they're trying to hit another home run with Xavier Worthy. So they are already in field goal range here. It's going to be a handoff to Kareem Hunt. He's going to go around the right tackle, power forward for a gain of 9. There is a flag on the play. This most likely is holding. So even though it's a very nice job on first down by the Kansas City Chiefs, it is a correction. It is holding. But against the Chargers, it's going to be an automatic first down. So with 7:32 left here, the Chiefs are going to be 1st and 10 at the 26 of the Chargers, well within field goal range. So this is just really, really good for the Kansas City Chiefs right now. AK. Let me get back after this play here. We're under 7:30 left in the game here. We are tied at 10, but the Chiefs are driving. They are inside the 20 here. Kareem Hunt around the right tackle here, and he gets a nice gain. It's a gain of 5 here as he's down to the 12. Henley is down. He is down. He is in a lot of pain. He's grabbing his shoulder. They're going to stop the game as they attend to Henley here. 7:03 is left in the game. We're gonna have a stoppage of play for a little bit. KAK. I want to touch base on this a little bit. The way things look like in Jacksonville, this looks like it's a good move for Walker. Like you're improving your team. But even though you got Bowers, I would start Goddard over Bowers. Even though Bowers, I mean, I have no idea what he's doing today. I have none. I would have started Goddard. I wouldn't even thought about it. By the way, the game's still going on, so the game's still going on in Vegas, so you never know. But Bowers, 2 catches, 19 yards. All right, I'm just gonna level with you. I wouldn't do this. Why they benched him, I don't know what's going on. Jacksonville looks like there's going to be some problems. I like ETN too much. Kenneth Walker could have a massive game on Monday night, and you're going to hate me for saying that. But, I mean, obviously you can't start him. I wouldn't make that move because you're giving up a guy that got 0, even though the upside's potential is great here. I'll get back to us here in a little bit. Patrick Mahomes and company's back here. His little shuffle pass to Kareem Hunt. Powers forward, corkscrews himself for a first down as he's inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs at the 3. Kareem Hunt, welcome back to Kansas City. Very nice play design here is a motion Worthy, and then they shuffle pass to Kareem Hunt right behind Worthy, and then Kareem Hunt corkscrews himself at the 6-yard line for another 3 yards. So instead of it being 1st and 10, 6, it's 1st and 10 at the 3. You can open up so much of your playbook right here. Really, really like the options that are open. Kareem Hunt, 65 yards receiving, 16 receiving yards. No touchdowns as of yet, but it's 1st and goal as we go under 6:30 in the 4th quarter here. Patrick Mahomes going to go an empty set. Kareem Hunt's actually lined up as a tight end or a motion Worthy here. Patrick Mahomes quickly got pressure from Khalil Mack, throws the ball away, but there's a flag in the end zone. Usually that's an indicator that pass interference, defensive holding, and that's kind of what I expect here. It's going to be holding against the Chargers, so it's going to be half the distance, and 1st down here is by the way, if the safety looked back and saw Khalil Mack just running untouched into Mahomes, nothing would happen. By the way, it is a final in the desert here. Washington 42, Arizona 14. Wow. Wow about Washington. Wow. First and goal for the Chiefs, 6:10 left in the game here. P. Ryan enters the game here. He's going to take the handoff right up the middle, but he's stopped. The Chiefs are motioning tight. It is a touchdown. He was stopped, kept powering forward. Touchdown, Kansas City. Touchdown, Sam P. Ryan. So what happened is that he was stopped at the 2, and they just kept on pressuring and pushing. Trey Smith just got right behind him after he got pushed back and just shoved him forward. Nice job by the Kansas City Chiefs as they take a 16-10 lead. 16-10 lead. The Chiefs line up for the extra point here. Harrison Butker is waiting patiently. The kick is up. The kick is good. 17-10, 6:04 left in the fourth quarter. So, again, despite the upside of Pitts, and maybe this is just because I like ETN a lot more than you do. You have a 3-down back with home run speed. I have no idea what's going on in Jacksonville, though. I wouldn't blame you if you made this move, because with Pitts, there is unlimited potential, but zero. So you're trading your starting tight end, even though I like Bowers. You're doing a flip with a guy that's off again, on again, injured. So, yeah. By the way, if you're dead set on a running back, I get why you would do this. I want to trade Goddard with the team that wants him. Has Dobbins, Stevenson, Diggs, Reed, would you Ooh. Okay, so you want to trade Goddard. Okay. Even though he's not having a great game and there is a legitimate injury concern, I would strongly recommend trading for Dobbins. Got to go home, Creepo. I think he means Depot. DW4 looks good, man. Jeffrey, welcome to chat, man. That's freaking awesome, man. DW4 looks good. I'm assuming you're meaning Watson. I'm actually kind of excited to watch it. So I'm actually excited to watch that game here. Of course, I'm tuned in this one. Justin Herbert's going to hand the ball off to Dobbins. He's going to be stopped immediately. He keeps fighting, but he's going to get maybe a yard here. Chris Jones just blew this up. I'm going to tell you something. There's not a lot of teams that have an answer for Chris Jones, but when you're missing starters on the offensive line, and I mean, the center did a great job just trying to hold him up one-on-one, but it just, there's no answer for Chris Jones. Second and 9 here. Herbert's in shotgun formation. He's going to motion. And it's going to be all nice play design here by Dobbins. He's going to break a tackle. He's at the 40, gets forward to the 45 here. This was a great play design. They motion-led McConkey, fake the screen, do a screen to the top of the formation where they put Dobbins in some open field. He broke a tackle, got a nice gain of 15. This was a genius play design. Got some nice open field here, and then Dobbins made a guy miss. He made Cook miss for an extra 11 yards here because Cook makes that play. Dobbins didn't even get a first down. Very nice job by Dobbins for getting some extra yards here. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at their own 46-yard line here. It's going to be handoff to Dobbins, but he's stopped right behind the line of scrimmage here. Trent McDuffie coming in from a corner blitz. A nice job by the Chiefs recognizing that they're going to go back to Dobbins again. They're going to give Dobbins a breather, even though Dobbins is giving some motions that he doesn't want to come up. So, I'm positive I've seen it, but I don't remember it. But I caught it. Yeah. This is awesome. I love having Chargers fans. This is great. Play action pass here. Chiefs are bringing a blitz here. Incomplete pass. It looks like Caden Hurst was able to get one hand on it. Couldn't get two. Couldn't get two here. And Herbert's limping heavily. Herbert's limping heavily. And the Chiefs here just brought pressure. And nobody blocked Drew Tranquil, former Charger, and he does get a nice shot on his former teammate. I believe Chris Jones got his finger on the ball here, but I'm not exactly sure if he did or not. It's 3rd down and 11 here. They're lining up Chris Jones as defensive end here. That's a little interesting. The Chiefs look like they're going to bring pressure here on the key 3rd down, and they do. Justin Herbert gets loose for a second, but he's sacked by Chris Jones. Folks, Chris Jones is single-handedly wrecking this game. He is showing why he deserves to be the highest paid defensive tackle in football. There is no answer for him. And listen, because the Chargers use those timeouts, it's 3:44 left. They only have one timeout remaining. And this was a good job by the Chiefs defense. I mean, what they did is they brought in a safety and corner blitz. So the Chargers, this is interesting. The Chargers are punting with less than 3:30. They only have one timeout. The Chiefs are going to call for a fair catch. They're going to let this bounce here. Nice job by the Chargers. They're going to down it at the 4. So they are going to down at the 4. So here's the drill. You have the 2-minute warning. Things don't look good. I'm going to break this down because here's the drill. You have the 2-minute warning. And you have one timeout, 3:15. So here's how it goes. If the Chiefs get 2 first downs, this game's over. The Chiefs might only need one. The Chiefs might only need one. If they get a first down right away, then they would need to get a second one. But if it goes to 3rd down and then the Chiefs convert on 3rd down, that might be all they need. They can only stop the clock twice, 3:15 left. It's going to be a handoff here. It's going to be Kareem Hunt right up the middle here, and he's going to get a gain of about 4 yards here. Chiefs are going to let this go all the way down, probably inside of 5 seconds here. And with 3:05, the clock stopping, assuming, okay. All right, so here's the drill. Chargers use their timeout now. Okay. 2nd and 6. 2 first downs ends the game. Travis Kelce, yeah. He had a good game. I would be shocked if the Kansas City Chiefs attempted a pass here, but you never know. They've been running the ball pretty well in the 4th quarter. Kareem Hunt looks rejuvenized. The Chiefs go with an extra offensive lineman. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Keep in mind the Chargers can no longer stop the clock. Chiefs are going with 6 offensive linemen. Kareem Hunt is going to line up behind Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is going to line up under center here. They're motion Kelce from the top of the formation to the bottom here. It's going to be handoff to Kareem Hunt. He's going to go around right tackle, but he's going to lose a yard here. They're actually looks like they're going to motion, or they're going to indicate that he's right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to call it 3rd and 6, but he lost a yard. 3rd and 6, and the Chiefs are going to probably take all the time off the clock. There's a good chance the Chiefs may call a timeout with about 2:22 left in the game. Kind of think about this a little more. Chiefs are going to break the huddle here and go to the line of scrimmage here. Travis Kelce is motioning to the bottom of the formation here. Chiefs are going to line up in shotgun here. P. Ryan's there. They're going to go ahead and snap the ball here. It looked like the Chiefs are just, oh my God, nice play call. Well, okay, this was just brilliant. It's going to go down to a 2-minute warning. I'm going to go into some detail. This was genius by the Kansas City Chiefs. I believe, I should know this. So what they did is they faked a screen and then got Xavier Worthy one-on-one on the crossing route, used the guy that has the 4.21 speed, stays in bounds. So there's the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs have the first down. I believe the Chiefs can just take 3 straight knees and this ball game is over. I believe the Chiefs can just take 3 straight knees, and then this ball game will be over. It looks like I lost my New England bet, but it looks like I'm going to win both my Chiefs bets. That's because I lost my Steelers bet, so yeah, I might do some in-game betting to get caught up. But if I'm correct, the Kansas City Chiefs can just take a knee, 3 knees, utilize all the clock. There is a chance that what they may do is on first down, run the ball just right up the middle, hold the ball like this, and just try to use a little bit of clock. But if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, I just take 3 knees, and on fourth down, just go out for a handshake. I believe this game is over. Really great play design is that they faked the screen to the bottom, and they hit Xavier Worthy on a crossing route with his speed. You couldn't catch up to him. So you were able just to outrun the defender. Worthy did the smart move in staying in bounds instead of going out of bounds. Keep in mind the 2-minute warning really didn't matter, but you want players to think about these things. This was just a great move. Looks like we're going to get Chiefs win. I lost the 15.5 bet. 49ers, it's a final. 49ers 30, Patriots 13. Raiders 20, Browns 16. Raiders ball, 33 seconds left, and it looks like the Raiders are just kneeling it out. If you missed it, the Commanders are for real, it looks like. 42-14 over the Cardinals. I personally thought that Chargers would win that game, but Cardinals will win that game. I did make 2 in-game bets with the Chiefs, which I've collected on. It looks like they're showing SoFi Stadium. The powder blue is leaving the stadium. I guarantee you the Chiefs red are staying there. And what you're going to see is Patrick Mahomes just go down and take a knee. Khalil Mack tried to mess with Wiley, the Chiefs rookie tight end, tried to draw him into a penalty. Not going to work. And they're showing some advertisements here on CBS. But folks, we have ball game. Kansas City Chiefs overcome 2 early turnovers and a 10-point deficit. It's 17-10. That's going to be our final. Technically, the Chiefs are going to take 2 more knees, and then we're going to have ball game here. Patrick Mahomes is going to snap the ball with about 2 seconds left here. Made it interesting in just 1. And Patrick Mahomes is not playing around. As soon as he gets it, he drops to a knee immediately. This is a fun one. This is a fun one. Tim couldn't have said any better. Winners find ways to win. I'll take it. LOL Chiefs. So I lost on New England plus 15.5. I lost on Pittsburgh. I won both my Chiefs in betting. I'll take that. So I've had worse nights betting on football. So that's ball game. Chiefs win. It's over. Chiefs 17, Chargers 10. Wild game, great game. If you're a Chargers fan, nothing to be ashamed of. You're down a couple starting offensive linemen. You're out Joey Bosa, phenomenal player. Remember, Harbaugh this is his first year. He's completely transforming this team. Justin Herbert looks like he could barely walk. He exchanges a hug with Patrick Mahomes. Nothing to be ashamed of. Chargers have a lot of things going on, so nothing ashamed here. Big win for the Kansas City Chiefs. So, guys, I mean, I'm pretty jacked up. I'm pretty excited. I had some wins. I had some losses as far as sports betting is concerned because it hasn't tracked yet officially. I have to kind of wait and see what's going to happen. But Pretty excited. I'm pretty excited. Okay, so one bet has cleared, and I'm waiting on the other. Waiting on the other. Waiting on the other. So I got one bet that cleared. The other one hasn't. That's kind of weird. So one thing I found out about doing BetUS is that they pay you instantly. That is really cool. That is really cool. I hold on here. I wonder because my account. Okay. So I see what's going on. Okay, so one of my for one of the bets for the Chiefs has cleared. The other one hasn't. I think because this one was kind of weird because it was I hit the win 25 instead of the bet 25, so I bet 27.50 to the win 25, and there's a pending on that one, and I keep hitting refresh, but when everything clears up, I should be back at over $200 in BetUS, which is pretty cool. I made a one game. Yeah. This one is so for whatever reason it's a pending bet, even though it's a final. But for whatever reason, I'm not exactly sure why it's pending, but I really don't get why that's pending still. So for whatever reason, it paid the one Chiefs bet right away, and then so it paid the Chiefs to cover 2.5 right away, and then the other one is still pending. So the balance in BetUS is 157.19. A lot of times, other sites will take a little longer, but I'm kind of going to wait and see here, even though I can do simple math in my head. I was kind of hoping it would come through a little faster. I might do some in-game betting with Baltimore and Buffalo. Probably not, but that's kind of where we're at. And then what I'll do is I'll go back and I kind of want to watch Raiders Browns and some other games, but right now where we're at is I'm just going to kind of keep an eye out on BetUS, even though I can do simple math. One wager's pending. I'm not really sure why. Guys, I'll be back for 3 hours of afternoon delight tomorrow. Even though the show is going to be called Week 4 Review, I will do fantasy, sports betting, prop betting. We'll review Monday Night Football. I will, everything's covered. Everything's covered. So if you want to talk about fantasy on Monday, join Afternoon Delight. We'll talk fantasy. My NFL Weekly Picks video will come out Tuesday. If guys, if you don't have anything, I'm gonna just end the live stream. Take the win. I'm pretty happy about everything. Wasn't kind of another nail biter, but not as bad as it's been the previous couple of weeks. Chargers look impressive. I got a lot more football I got to watch. 6:04 Herbert time to put up some points in ASAP in San Diego. Let's go. Ken Smith. Ken, if you haven't already, man, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have more Chargers fans are in the area. And if you're in San Diego, I just moved to Vegas a couple months ago. I have not been to the state of California yet. I have not been in California. But San Diego is on the bucket list. I'm told LA is beautiful. But I mean, I need more Chargers fans in this community. Even though I am a diehard Chiefs fan. Even though I'm a diehard Chiefs fan. I've been a Chiefs season ticket holder since '89, full disclosure. My family still goes to the games. I don't. Would I go to Arrowhead West? Maybe next year. Maybe it might be outside of my range, but I do all Chiefs games live. It's something I've really enjoyed, something I've got a kick out of. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of surprised that people want to tune in and listen for play-by-play, but I'm honored that they do that. Hopefully, you get something out of it. So, guys, I'm going to end it. Thank you so much for joining Afternoon Delight. I will be back tomorrow with 3 full hours of football talk where all questions are answered. Anything goes. Guys, you can please follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I had an issue with Facebook, so I'm no longer on Facebook. You can go old school. You can email me at dantalksfootball@yahoo. If you put a comment in this video or any one of my videos, I will respond. And I also go live Monday through Friday, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. I go live for 3 hours. I've been calling it Monday review, Wednesday preview, fantasy football Wednesday and Thursday. Friday's kind of an open day, but I might just do fantasy football Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Fantasy football's been a real popular topic. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for joining me for some Afternoon Delight. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. I hope all of you come back tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see you all back then. Have a great Sunday. See you tomorrow.